This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injuries and additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
Episode 24. Retail Therapy. How strange to define who we can be by what we wear and what we see, and what we own and from where it came, and who wore it best when it's the same. Don't spend your life to gather token that poorly covers what is still broken. Life's best measures are the simple pleasures. A smile, a hug. Share these treasures. These things will be the legacy of a worthy life lived tenderly. So look beyond the superficial and let it be well known that this will hold you back from the dark, abyssal temptation of a rich life's whistle. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Girls Who Don't D&D, or the second part of the episode, or a new episode. I don't even know what we're doing anymore. We're just in the middle of stuff and it's all happening at once.
Welcome back.
Welcome back indeed. Here's something I recorded when the girls weren't here. There is a secret code going on in this episode, and I needed you all to know what it was, because as you guys know, Indy only has a few opportunities to use her skills before Belloc takes over. And you and I know that number. It's 5. We said it in the last episode. But Freya/Indy doesn't know what that number is. She is also trying to hide from the fact that she's sneaking around doing things at a lesser ability from the other players. So every now and then you'll hear us talking in some sort of codish sort of way that implies whether or not she's doing things at disadvantage. Here's how you'll know whether or not she didn't do it at disadvantage. You'll hear Belloc's laugh in the background. The girls don't get to hear that, not even Indy. So you'll hear that laugh every time she does that. And if she gets to 5, well, trouble happens. All right, let's get back to the girls. Girls, who would you like to shout out today? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do something. With me today is
Indy playing Freya.
Stacey playing Kaa'Riin.
Alana playing Morrigan.
And I am Cory, your dungeon master. I often forget to let people know that. Girls, who would you like to shout out?
I'm going to shout out to Alexandra Lauren Murray, who says, seriously, you guys need to make a TV show. I adore listening to you, so thank you very much. And yes, we do need a TV show.
Someone else has said that to me in my life.
Oh, really?
They're like, this needs to be like an animated series.
Yeah, I think it does.
We're a
It would be
very long
awesome.
way away from that one, that's for sure. But some sketches I can do. So, just those little ones. You know the flip book? We can afford to do a flip book of one scene. Although we have started putting pieces of graphic novel on Patreon, and they are awesome. They are some really nice bits of work. So if you want to go and see those, get on there. Stace.
Okay, I'm shouting out Christian Ty 2004. I couldn't find any straightforward names for myself this week, but they've just been getting into D&D. This is their favourite podcast, and again, straight to the star. Cory is such a good storyteller.
Yep. Don't read any more. That's all. That's enough. No, right?
That actually was it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. And the girls are funny to listen to, but honestly, it doesn't happen without Cory. So I guess good shout out.
That's a shout out for me, really.
Yeah,
shouted me out. Thank you.
Christian Ty, 2024.
And me. So
mostly
me.
And mostly Cory. The most amazing storyteller of all time, some have said.
Some people. Without even putting an asterisk at the end, which is kind of them to leave that. I know mentally there's probably an asterisk, like, don't compare him to any of the real big names, but I'll take it. Alana.
I would like to shout out Sana Self, or Sana's Elf, over on Instagram, who is not an influencer. That's in their caption.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just bad-mouthing them. Nobody really notices who they are. There's like 12 followers.
I thought it was a cute caption. Yeah. They have a gorgeous ginger cat, and they commented on our most recent post saying, "Oh man, I would have made such a nice French accent for that bakery you were looking for at the market. Picturing myself with a mustache. Hon, hon, hon."
I know, given all the cliches I've either tried to use or at least manipulate, I'm surprised so far we haven't come across a French bakery, but you never know. Give it time. All right, girls, are you ready to play?
Yes.
Bit delayed. I mean, I
was writing a list of my demands ever since I got recognised.
And my brain was going, "Are you ready to rumble?"
We should at least talk a little bit about the fact that Stacey was recognised by individuals out in the actual world.
In the wild.
In the wild. And we don't know how they recognised her because there's no pictures of her anywhere, but
it's changed me. I think
Ever
I'm better
since.
than everybody, and
She's
I'm writing a list to my advance.
unbearable.
The first, and I told her I want a new notebook on the company dime. My notebook's almost run out. Mainly because I just draw shit in it
At
most of the time.
some stage in the near future, we will make some notebooks available with our logo on the front, just so Stacey can have one. She also wants me to get a first-class airplane seat just in here instead of the one she's in at the moment. She just wants to feel like she's flying first class all the time. So she'll have a hostess standing next to her offering her things, probably alcohol.
Peanuts, obviously.
And peanuts,
How
of
do you
course.
spell ergonomic pen?
ERGO.
If you can't spell it, you can't have it. All right. Are you ready to play in your luxury first class? Is this your first time here? Oh, just play the intro. Just play it.
I was trying so hard not to. Were you?
That's your trying hard not to?
That was perfect.
I was trying to feel
That
for the
was-
end of the drink.
That was like a movie slurp. That was absolute
That's right.
perfection. When you search up that noise, that's
Honestly,
what comes up.
we may make more money putting that sound effect out there for people to use in movies. You know what I mean? Like that eagle sound in the background. Every single of Western, all right? Play the intro.
French champagne only in the wine fridge.
You're not getting French champagne.
I'm writing French only.
Oh, Cuban cigars.
From the province of Champagne.
You can have some sparkling.
Cuban vapes. Oh, yeah.
Ah, that digital durry.
Just imagine like trying to waft it around.
I promise you, if you're listening, we will play the intro eventually.
Oh, sorry, play the intro.
Play the intro.
Do you girls want anything? Well, you can't, you weren't recognised. Wow.
It's just 3 girls, a dragon, and a handful of dice. Some guys telling stories, I'm sure they'll be nice. There will be monsters, and magic, and fire and ice. But it's mostly 3 girls, a dragon, and dice.
We rejoin our story now with the girls searching for a bookworm in Heather Morbella's bookshop. A little bookworm.
I thought you said it was big.
Well, little by the scale of...
Well, how big are we talking?
Stricter snakes.
It's not that big. As far as bookworms go, it's not a massive bookworm.
Well, like how much pressure do I have to put on this thing to not kill it?
To not kill it.
Oh, do we want to kill it?
Let's find out. It is about the size of your arm. But anyway, it's got a little head and it's
Got
poking
it.
out. And it's starting to edge towards you.
And I'm going in.
You're going for it?
I'm going for it.
What would you like to do as you attack
As my
this?
giant constrictor snake self,
Yep.
I'm going to very stealthily, because I'm stealthy as hell, I think.
With your glowing pink belly.
I'm snaking my way. And I'm going to just grab him in my mouth, but hold him there. I'm not fanging him yet.
Okay, so you're just going for a non-violent grab with your mouth, which is still pretty violent.
Yeah.
All right, give me a bite attack.
And then we need to ask, why the children's books?
You little psycho. Okay, 13.
It's a baby.
So 13 plus 6 is 19.
Great. It's like you only do maths once a month.
So
You only do maths when you come here.
We do.
For everything else in your life, you just
automated.
right, and you just when you go and buy
comes
something, you
out.
just throw money over the counter until they give money back.
Pretty much.
That's how I travel. I do when I go to other countries. I'm like, how much is this? And I slide out a little bit more each time until they sort of give
Until
me the
they're
look.
like, and
there
they
you go.
nod.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's much
Especially
more than I
if
thought
there's
it
a
was.
language barrier. The nod.
That's how you end up with a 300% leather
Leather
belt.
belt.
As soon as you do that, as soon as you clamp down, it vanishes into smoke, a mist. Pow, gone.
Shit.
Missed it. And
Missed
for
it.
some reason, you then decide to blow a gale into the microphone.
That was Sam like,
Oh, that's the sound of it? Thank you. When did we run out of money for sound effects? In this episode. All right. It's gone. It's gone.
okay. If I had killed it, it may have stayed.
Our job's done.
She's not wrong.
Yeah, welcome.
Like dust our hands
It's going to
together.
return. All right, I'm going to, little toddler me, pick up the book, walk around the back, sit there again.
find a new spot and do the
Yeah,
exact same
love
plan.
Telepathically, I talk to the girls and I'm like, girls, I have a really horrifying thought.
You seem to have horrifying thoughts a lot, but
Yeah. It's game related. This isn't from like the depths of my brain. So that is arguably not a very large worm. Like I'm thinking of like the sandwormy things that we saw.
Oh.
I'm wondering whether it's eating children's fiction because it itself is a child, and maybe there's also a mama around here somewhere.
Oh, that is a very wise thought you've had.
That is a wise thought.
Thank you.
Also, do they eat humans?
Well, the desert ones did, so
Yeah.
that's a valid question.
look, they're from the same genus on the family tree that I've invented in my mind right now, but they are not exactly the same.
So they're not going to eat humans?
No, there are worms in this world that don't eat humans.
Okay.
Quite a large amount of them, actually.
Okay, good.
Everyone roll a quick perception check for me.
I'm no good to use one. Sorry, +2, 3.
7 + 2.
Is that your movie waiting for? Check your bingo cards.
Never been more engaged.
7 + 2.
No, I heard it the first time. I just got tied in between.
Wasn't that coded?
I looked over to see what my plus was, stupidly. 15.
It's 0.
It's 0. 15.
15 is pretty good.
I'm actually paying attention now.
When you were talking about maybe there's a mama bookworm around, you hear what sounds like a whisper, and it says, if only. That's all.
It's a daddy. No.
It's an orphan.
Why'd you go sad?
Yes, it is.
Because orphans are sad. What do you mean?
Menacing.
Orphans, no, they're hilarious.
No, I mean, the if only sounded menacing to me, not.
Yeah.
Were you not going? Was that just me?
It
Or was
wasn't
I
a sad
misreading?
tone. It was more like, yeah.
I was misreading.
Did you want to say it again in the way that you meant it?
No, it was more of a longing.
Okay, because I misread. That's
Yes,
fair. I
that's
misread
fair.
things.
I misread with you.
Oh, okay, that's.
Well, you didn't hear it at all. In fact, the two of you probably did hear something more menacing
Yeah.
because you were rubbish. But a decent roll implies that it did sound like someone was sad.
So telepathically, I talked to the girls, and I'm like, okay. So I just heard a whisper. It's kind of like in the library where like we were each hearing loot one at a time. So I just heard a whisper because I'm starting to pay attention to places around me, and I don't think there's a mama. The worm just sounded really sad. I think like you, Freya, with your little family of orphans, we've got an orphan bookworm.
Where?
Still being the child. Don't talk about orphan bookworms to a 4-year-old, even though she's not actually 4 years old. But
Okay, never mind. Kaa'Riin, I know how much you like helping poor souls in trouble.
I do.
I think this might.
Freya's like, oh man, orphans again. I'm always looking after the freaking orphans. Why can't they unionise?
Not against me, though. Not against me.
I think we've got a situation that should be approached not with an axe, but instead with like the thorn pulling approach.
How about Luke? We get Luke to talk to it.
Mm.
Because Luke's a little sweetie baby angel.
One baby to another.
Yeah.
Okay, Coop, what you doing?
He's here, actually. For the listeners, Cooper is actually here today, so he can step in and play lute for a little bit. And he's just had a very cool haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking cool, buddy.
But he's about to replace me for a second, so the girls are going to talk him through what they want him to do.
Yeah. Okay. So we are in a bookshop, and there is this old lady who runs the bookshop who is having a problem with a bookworm who's eating her books. Only we think the bookworm is maybe a baby who doesn't have anyone else to help them. And we thought Loot might be able to convince them to come out from hiding. So what do you think we could say to this worm who's probably scared to get him to stop eating this lady's books and come out?
Come out and we won't try and attack you.
That's a good start.
So, Kaa'Riin, you maybe want to turn out of a giant snake?
Oh, yep.
Oh, yes.
Turn into something little instead, I guess. Or yourself.
I'm just going to turn back into myself
With your hands up.
with my hands out.
With your hands out.
My hands out. Because we want to promise them that we're going to keep them safe and find them maybe a little family of their own.
Yes. We, as you can see by our mouseling friend, we are very much a found family. We're a collection of creatures, and we would be happy to, if not take you with us and give you a family through us, to maybe help you find somewhere that you belong.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coop. playing lute, who came in and basically says, "We will not kill you," and then offered nothing else.
But much more trustworthy than us
Yes.
shady-looking characters.
On Lute's behalf, he is rolling persuasion, and he's rolled a 14, which at this stage does not appear to be enough to change the situation.
All right. I'll just start reading my book now as a toddler and say, but I want it to be about, I'll make up a story about being an orphan toddler.
Oh, I'm looking forward to hearing you tell me the story about the orphan.
I was once
Here we go.
an orphan, and then I made my own family.
As Freya told her story, her mind drifted. Her first night alone in the orchestral sand should have terrified her, but the slowly turning stars and the twisting galaxy above provided beauty to temper her fear. She barely gave time to the thoughts of what she had lost, convinced that such pain was temporary. They'll find me, she thought. She was too young to know the whims of the magic behind her home's appearances, or lack thereof. But there was enough wisdom to know that while the wind played sweet melodies through the night, morning would bring sun with little else to do but burn the ground beneath her. It seemed the stars knew where they wanted her to travel. They formed a streak of colour and light that reached the curved horizon of sand. She counted 10 steps, then 10 more. 10 steps was easy, she thought, so she just kept starting again. She was never very good at numbers. The traveller who found her slumped in the sand was a good man, if he could be described as such. He placed her over his horse and led her to Kaa'Riin, city at the edge of the desert. It had been 3 nights since she had started counting, but strangely her skin was unblemished by the sun's relentless gaze. On the 4th night since falling from her home, she slept again in a warm bed with what felt like a banquet in her belly. The others had shared their meagre meal so that she would not sleep again in emptiness. Some took turns at the edge of her bed watching over her, tucking her in obsessively. There were strange beds in the dormitory, surprisingly well made, handcrafted black iron swirling into a beautifully wrought headboard with a symbol in the middle, the head of a bird, a raven watching over her as she slept.
It was really hard to make my own family, but once I decided who I was going to be and found people that I could trust, then I made that family. And then there's the worm.
This time you see over your shoulder, like right over your shoulder, the worm is sitting there listening.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, that's an orphan. Why have I got a soft spot for him?
Well, because you were one, I guess, and then you weren't, but you thought you were.
I was,
Yeah.
and then I wasn't.
Is there some kind of like arrangement we could make where like maybe the overflow of books that this lady is struggling to manage could be the food for the bookworm and they could like be a family together?
Yes?
Because like she's this old lady, she's struggling.
Oh, yeah.
Overflow of books.
So what if we help? What if the bookworm doesn't actually...
like we give him like a place here, like we build him a little...
And jobs instead of eating them.
Yeah. Because I'm assuming he has to eat.
And maybe
something.
he can just eat the old books that people who donate. I'm going to call him Wormy. What do you think about finding your own family and where you feel safe? Because obviously you like this place, this bookstore. What if we introduced you to the old lady and then you guys work together to help fix the shop and you get to eat all the old books? How does that sound?
This time all of you hear a voice echoing throughout the room. And the voice says, "Can I trust her?"
Okay, so how about we roll an insight to her?
Oh, hey.
Good plan.
And then if not, we'll kill the old lady off and let the
Love
bookworm
it.
have the...
Yep. Perfect.
Yes. We'll take her arm.
As always. 15
Oh, ditto.
Same.
plus 5.
Is that 3 15s?
Plus 3.
Wait, all 15?
All 15.
You are in sync, ladies, and not the band. Everybody. You can do that anywhere in the world, I think. Just rock up and because you're in sync.
Go on.
Right. You
Let's use a different word.
Are all
do.
incredibly moody.
You all move in sequence. Everyone does the same dance move back towards Heather Morbella. And as you're trying to figure out what sort of person she is, you notice that even though she is unkempt, hairs all over the joint, she's not librarian style where if she takes her glasses off, she'd suddenly be beautiful. She really has no care in the world except for the books. She just wants people to love books. And you can see that about her. She's a caring person.
She is beautiful.
And there is nothing about her reads of cruelty.
Aww.
So, yes.
That's all with our 15s, plus 3s, plus 5s.
Altogether, there is nothing about
Plus
her that
twos.
seems, nothing about her that seems cruel. She looks like a decent, kind person.
Heather Morbella. I like that name.
I've got mozzarella here.
Heather,
Yes.
it seems
She's getting older the more I get to the voice. Something
That's how
got
long
much
I've been
older.
here.
Yeah.
This is a short task.
Heather,
Sorry, I ducked out for lunch.
it seems that your bookworm that you have is actually a young orphan.
A wee baby orphan.
A wee baby.
A wee baby.
It just wants to be loved.
Who doesn't seem to have a place in this world. You seem to be on your own here and struggling under the weight of all that you are trying to manage. We wonder if perhaps there would be a place for him here in a more symbiotic
That's
way.
what I would have said. Symbiotic. Good word.
Where he's not leaving droppings at your front door, perhaps, but in a way that you've got assistance to manage the overflow of books that you've got. You could have a more organised place, maybe a more inviting space for people to want to come to and try and invigorate that love of books for your community, and give a poor wee baby
That just wants to be loved.
that just wants to be loved, somewhere safe to be and to have a place in the world.
You want me to give it books to eat?
Yeah, those old discarded ones that people just keep dumping here when they die.
Maybe instead of eating the new children's books, the massive amounts of donations that you're getting that are just going to sit here unread, unloved, could be of value. Now, this is coming from a book lover.
You hear the voice again say, I don't eat them. I read them.
Oh, that's how you read them. By ingesting them.
How we consume media.
Okay. Continue.
Is that what you meant?
So hold on, what?
No, I read them. And from the corner of the room, you see a young girl step out. It's like she comes through the books and appears in front of you. Morrigan, you would know that this is, even though it's a young child, someone who's quite skilled in magic, or at least has intuition in magic. And they have been casting illusions. The bookworm is an illusion. Bookworm's droppings are illusions. And even the place where the young child hides is an illusion. They've created their own book nook behind the shelves. And that book nook is created out of all the books that they've been moving around.
Oh, which is why it seems like the books have been eaten, because they're now illusioned.
Because they're using them to create a home.
Oh!
They are indeed someone who's trying to survive by themselves.
Oh my God! Hey, Heather,
Do you want a daughter?
this just got so much better.
So much better.
Look at this cute human child or magical child. Look at this cute child. I'm not selling a worm anymore. I'm selling a child. Not as in like for
this
money.
deal just got a lot better for you.
Yeah. Look at her.
And Heather barely even looks at you. She runs over to the child and hugs him straight away.
Wee baby.
And for some reason keeps talking about the wee baby. And hugs them and says, I would have helped you. I would have helped you all along. Of course. You can stay here. I will look after you. I'll help feed you. And I'll do what I can. Heather Morbella turns back to you. And, this has been a different kind of day. She says, what a joy. And keeps, almost ignoring you from time to time to come back to the children. What is your name? And tell me your story, but only the good parts. We can do the hard parts later, and things like that. There are many kinds of love, but some that are felt by one can only be made real by two. Belloc watched as a type of love formed before them that they had not seen before. Within Freya, another soul twitched, and a momentary wave of warmth emanated from it. Belloc had ignored this soul for some time, submissive as it was, a pointless use of existence. Honey was its name, but it had never spoken. "What possible joy could you find here, fool?" whispered Belloc. "Your love left easily without you, left you here." Honey ignored what was implied and instead absorbed a few seconds more of love dealing a new hand. Belloc was not one to be ignored, though. The warmth Honey felt lost its grip upon her, and bitter cold replaced it. She feared a spoken word would end the safety her silence had purchased. "There is a reason there is no God for love," she said. "It cannot belong to one. It is not to be controlled, for as much as we may want to hold it close, keep it safe, lock it away, if it is not given, then it is not love." Belloc sighed. "You sound like a tea towel." They wanted the statement to hurt, but instead, Honey gave an unexpected response, and Belloc felt the warmth of her kind smile. But
imagine this. The best pasta sauce you have ever tasted sits abandoned on a plate. Wasted sauce. That is a tragedy. If only you had used Barilla al Bronzo pasta. Its bronze-cut texture holds your sauce and scoops up every last drop. The Italians call that scarpetta. Capture sauce the Italian way. Barilla al Bronzo. Click or tap the banner to find out more.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
while you're still standing there, anxiously waiting for your reward.
I believe we made a deal. And we more than delivered.
Heather Morbella says, "Oh, I know that book, Glam Glitz and Spiky. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, it's here somewhere." And you see the child flick their fingers, and the book just comes flying. I say flying, but hovering towards.
I think I want the child.
And the book lands right in front of Kaa'Riin, and it lands, and already the pages start turning, and it goes to a page that looks very similar, if not precisely the same as your axe. And I'm going to hand you a page.
Yes.
It says Malankai's Axe of the Undersea. And it talks about this legendary double-headed golden axe with a rather long history. It's been around for a very long time. But there's something about it, apart from the mythology behind it and the story of who was trying to find this axe, which you can read through in more detail later on because you're allowed to keep this book. It also tells you that there are attachments that can be added on to this axe if you can find them. Not those sort of attachments.
Sorry.
I didn't say it. Don't look at me with that scolding tone when Morrigan said it.
I know. How do we always get to this point? And in particular, it talks about different things you can add to it. But as you're looking at that, Heather Morbella tells you it's interesting that we have someone here who knows all about armory and weaponry and all those sort of things, and perhaps they can help you understand what you might be looking for here, if you wish. But if you get the chance, if you can find him, Grussel's the man to talk to about arms. He knows exactly what he's talking about. And then she just turns back to the child and continues asking questions and grabbing books out to show them already. And the child has already read most of them, and they're laughing together very, very quickly.
I'm taking that off my list. So I've
quest achieved.
I've ticked unionize the plants and rehome orphan child.
Love it.
Well done.
Yes.
Well done.
We still got to feed
Kaa'Riin. Yeah. And find transport to Crujian's island.
Yes.
What would you like to do next, ladies?
I was wondering, Grussel, is he a legitimate above board arms dealer or like below ground? And I like wink at her.
Well, given that Heather doesn't really check where her books come from either, she thinks he's fantastic. He's a good local.
Good local. Good.
But Heather's books come from wherever they come from too.
Local. The dead people.
Yeah.
Which is an up and up. Yeah, cool. Love that. We're going to go get some food for Katie.
Okay. You step back into the streets, and again, you can hear the singing. And you hear there's a guy just walking past, and he's singing. He's got this huge smile on his face as if he's in a world of his own. He looks at you and gives you a big, jolly, sort of smiley face in the middle of his song as he dances straight past you.
That's the way it must be when you're saving the world. But I'm here for you, I'm on my way, girl.
Again, people are moving through the streets. There's so many people actually singing. So when I play you a song of somebody singing, you can pick them out, of course. But as soon as you see one person singing, they're gone, and then another person comes past. Across the road, there's a tavern. Shenanigans. There's a shenanigans across the road, of course. And the guy walks out of the bar. He's singing away as well.
Now I see the world in the blink of an eye, where a few dozen more life was passing me by.
He just heads down a little side alleyway, singing away, and playing his guitar.
They're all about girls. Is it the same girl?
Is it about Jorda coming to find me? The true love story.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's a valid question.
Could well be.
Because all these are about following a girl.
And they feel a bit lovey.
Yes.
Like I'll come and help you to save the world.
Yeah, it's all about the girl saving the world, but they're coming for them.
Could well be. What else would you like to do in the street? Just listen to more buskers?
Run fast away.
Sit down, or just bolt.
Dance our way over to some muffin displays and get a muffin sneakily for Katie.
Couple of muffins.
Yeah.
Sure. Are you ignoring Brussels?
Yeah.
Don't want to do Brussels? Fair enough. There is a stand of muffins. Lots of different flavours.
I'm going to get 5.
You're going to steal all 5 muffins.
I'm hungry. Can you get one for me too, please?
Yeah.
All
One
right.
each and then 2 for Katie.
That's 5 rolls to see if you can somehow manage to steal 5. Give me 5 rolls and 5 numbers.
13.
Keep going.
Oh, no, sorry. That was a 3. So I'm just adding. Do I add? No, add. Oh, hang on.
13.
23.
13, 23.
26.
26.
12.
Ugh.
12.
And 12 was your last one.
Just roll at disadvantage. Why were you holding 2 dice?
You know what I'm like? Little fidgety. Oh, what's it? Also, a 20. And 11.
And you are now holding 5 muffins.
Oh, was it not that hard to steal the muffins?
You notice the security gardenia standing in front of the muffin stand
They're on our side.
is looking a bit to the side
Yes.
at the same time.
In his big pot.
In his extra large pot.
With wheels.
With wheels.
Look at this. Yep.
And
Shaking about.
he doesn't really seem to be doing much about it.
We also know he only has a toy gun, so what is he going to do?
Should we take 10?
Let's not push our luck. We're good.
Okay, and you now have 5 muffins.
Okay, beautiful.
Do you give the gardenia a wink, though?
Yeah.
Okay, muffin back to Katie.
You take the muffin back to Kaa'Riin, who is still in her tent and still looks very exhausted from the experience earlier on. And on your way, you do hear more people singing.
Oh, nice. Describe this person.
This one's just a young girl just skipping past you as you're walking through the streets to Kaa'Riin's.
In the blink of an eye, or a few dozen more, life was passing me by. That's how I once lived. My sails were unfurled, 'cause I've changed the way.
And she very happily skips past you. Doesn't really seem to have noticed you exist. Very happy again.
Okay.
Yeah. Kaa'Riin's tent, as I said, is much the same. Nothing changed in the 15 minutes it's been, maybe 25. How long do you think you've been going for about?
Excuse me, we unionised a fucking
Oh, yeah, okay. It's
thing
been about
with
2 hours.
orphan. I think we're speaking
She was
more
like,
than
you
20
went to
minutes.
get muffins 2 hours ago. Where are my muffins? But no, she seems excited that you've brought her food. It's been a little while. She's still setting up. It's hard. So, yeah, she doesn't throw it down, though. She's wise. You don't just eat that first meal quickly.
No.
No.
Maybe we should all give all the muffins.
You just eat one in front of her. These are delicious.
Yes.
You know,
Take
just
them
give them
all.
all. Give her the 5. Fuck it, we'll be fine.
Also, we've just scoped out your neighbourhood. There's a lovely lady named Heather and her new child over at the bookstore. If you ever need someone to talk to, she seems lovely.
Thank you. I will consider that. It's hard to make friends in new places. I don't really know anybody here yet, but there's a lovely dwarven guy in the middle of town. He's always, well, he's a bit gruff, to be honest, but he was all right. And there's a really nice couple of ogres that live near the huge grate in the centre of town. It's not really a grate, it's like a big, it's huge metal thing that just, well, we use it to cover the pit in the middle of the
pit? What's the
He's really-
pit?
they're really nice. They're just-
What pit?
It's a big pit.
Why do you need a
What's
pit
in
when
the
you have
pit?
portaloos?
The pit, it's like, I don't really know what they use it for. There's, you know what, there's a guy who knows more about that. He's lovely too. I know him because I pay my rent to him. He's the mole man, the well-dressed mole man. He walks
Is
around.
everyone concerned about the pit?
Yeah. What goes into the pit?
And the mafia guy that
doesn't-
runs this town?
The mole.
The mole man?
The mole man. The well-dressed
mole
mole
man.
man. Instead of the naked mole man.
It just reminds me of the Muffin Man, though. Like the
The
scene
Muffin
from
Man, yeah.
yes, the Mole Man who lives on Drury Lane.
Well, no, he's quite a nice guy. He look, I don't even pay a lot of rent to be here. He tries to help people out.
Oh, that's lovely.
Okay.
Seems okay.
That's lovely.
Yeah, because he's got enough dirty money.
I feel
Oh, well, he's not struggling.
laundering.
No, he does have very nice clothes. I'll say that.
What goes into the pit, though?
I haven't been here that long. I've only been here a few days. It's the pit. I mean, that's where the mole man works from.
Does Mole Man have a name, sweetheart?
No, everyone just calls him the well-dressed mole man.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Writing that down.
Well dressed.
Do you see him often?
Just when I got there, when he walks through the streets, helping people out, you'll notice that everybody who owns a shop here is doing fine. He said to me, if I don't get going straight away, then I could pay the rent later on. He wouldn't. He's not too worried about it. He's trying.
What
He's
a nice
trying.
mafia man.
He sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Except
little
that
too
he apparently
lovely.
owns every store in town, and you know how
Oh,
we feel
I-
about landlords these days.
Yeah.
I don't know if he owns
Capitalism.
all of them. He does. I don't know if he owns all the stores in the town. I just know that he owns some of the areas.
You just eat your muffin, sweetheart.
They are
got
very,
you.
very nice muffins.
We got you.
So thank you. And if you could get some of the people from town to come here for their singing psychic readings, that would be fantastic.
Oh, we'll spread the word.
Maybe
I'll
not
tell
the first one.
I'll tell the flowers.
Oh, they can spread the word to all the people that they work for.
Yeah.
You're a genius. Genius.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Is there anything else that you need before we continue exploring?
I think I can make it from here. I feel confident about this. I'd love to know how Thassa is, though.
Thassa is honestly thriving. We've reunited her with her husband. There was a little snafu in the middle there, but she's great now. She's good.
What do you mean, snafu?
Just some poison, but we found a cure. It's
Poison?
fine. Yeah.
She's fine.
She's fine. She's God.
Thriving.
Thriving.
Are you sure?
Thriving Thassa.
She starts to pack whatever she's got, which is basically a carafe and some muffins, into a bag. She's like, I'll have to return straight away. If she's poisoned,
No, she's healed,
We got an antidote.
we think.
80% sure.
80% sure.
We sent it with a hero.
she looks at you and she rolls insight. She looks at you a little bit. So give me persuasion, both of you.
I'm pretty confident. 12 plus 4.
She does believe Morrigan. But does she believe Kaa'Riin?
I don't know if she believes me or not. Let's have a look. No. 5.
A total of 5.
Yeah.
For some reason, she believes one of you, but Kaa'Riin's lie reeks of uncertainty. And so she might do some more thinking about what she's going to do here, but she is not convinced yet that the problem has been solved. She's just not as urgent about going to solve it.
Okay, so we have fed Kakady.
Quest achieved.
Oh, I haven't written that on my thing.
There's a funny ting sound in the background as you achieve that quest. Just a noise.
Yes.
Ding.
All right.
All right.
We've achieved 3 quests since we got here. I love this town.
Yeah, I love this town. I've never been more productive in my life.
Feeding Kakady was never one of the quests. I just want to put that out there, but you go
Well-
ahead and write that down.
Damn straight, I'm writing that down.
But it counts. And the next thing we need to do is find a way to the island, Mystic Island, I believe.
Well, I think we've got 2 options. We can either try and find transport to Crucian's Island, which, considering the army is forming in
Crucian.
sick day.
Kakady says the transport, that's Mole Man as well.
Never
I think
mind.
so. I mean, since I've been here, there hasn't been much transport because there's a lot of transport being used to get the people, the refugees, away from the city that's being, the Cardassian and the whole coastline that has fallen to the
Oh, yes.
to the armies that are coming through.
Yeah, that's bad.
So there's a lot of transport being. So there hasn't been many ships here for a while. I haven't seen any of the. Where did you want to go?
Crucian's Island.
I don't really know where that is.
Yeah, it's not like you can't get there by boat. It's like you're gonna have like a VIP invitation. It's a whole thing.
Oh, okay.
We don't, for the record. We are not those people. We just are trying to.
Mole Man is the way to go there, I think. I mean, there might be other places. I haven't been everywhere in this market. It's quite a big place.
And you didn't want to go to Grussel to talk about your axe?
Yeah, we do it on the way through.
Okay, so we'll do Grussel and then find Mole Man.
Yeah.
Grussel's the dwarf I was telling you about. It's lovely.
What are the chances?
Small town. It's
small
not that
town.
small, though. It's quite big. You could get lost quite easily. I got lost on the first day.
If we're at risk of getting lost, do we want Kaa'Riin to in head talking?
In head talking.
I forgot the word.
Telepathy.
Thank you. Do we want to ask Kaa'Riin to lead us to Dwarf Grussel, or do we want to leave her out of this?
It's easy. What you do is you go out the front here, take a left.
In head talking.
Okay.
So
She
that
shouldn't
she
have heard
doesn't.
that.
So she doesn't feel obliged.
I was onto that one too.
Yeah, let's ask her. Should we leave her? I think we should leave her.
And we'll just ask her for directions.
Yeah.
I concur.
We've just been staring at each other for like 5 minutes, and
She's like, "This is uncomfortable."
She has just slowly backed out of the room since you all suddenly froze to talk to each other. Actually, she sat there and ate her muffin looking at you awkwardly.
So,
But,
Kaa'Riin,
To the sound of her own chewing, which suddenly seems very loud.
I pull out my notepad and my pen, and I'm like, so Kaa'Riin, would you be able to give us directions to Grussel?
Yeah. You go out the front here and take a left. Yep, that's it. Just keep walking. It's a straight line.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Oh, sweetie, you have my sense of direction if you got lost.
I didn't get lost going to his place.
Oh, okay.
No, but there's a lot. When I first got here, it was difficult to know where everything was. There are hundreds of shops here. That's just on the 5 levels outside.
Yeah.
I have heard a little bit about the ones under, but they're just whispers.
I give her a hug, and I'm just
Oh,
like,
thank you.
You will be all right. You've got this. You are a tough, lovely lady. You'll be fine.
Yep, that's a very nice hug. There's just some loose popcorn here. I'm sorry about that.
Crunch.
Okay. Anyway, Kaa'Riin, if you don't need anything else, we might go visit your friend Grussel, and we'll make sure to advertise your services as we wander through town.
Oh, thank you. It's been lovely to see you. Do come back, especially if you're going to bring muffins.
Okay.
Delicious.
Delicious. We are the Muffin Man.
You didn't steal them though, did you?
Oh God, no.
Roll deception.
I don't think that's necessary.
Roll some deception.
Okay. 11.
Oh, God.
Oh no. -1. 10. Ooh.
She slowly stops chewing the muffin. Like she's biting and then regretting each bite, but keeps going back because she's so hungry. But she tries. She knows you stole this.
She's going to choose to believe me though,
I know.
because she's so
right
hungry.
now she
She's so
knows that you
hungry.
stole it, but she's too hungry to stop eating.
Bye. Love you. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, bye.
And you head back outside, heading towards Grussel's, I assume, or you're going to the Mole Man.
Grussel's. We'll get
Brussels and
that's on the
Mole Man.
way.
What about Kaa'Riin's sword?
Yes, and
It's an axe.
if we
Axe. I'll cross that out. There we go.
yes, I was thinking if we see one of the gardenias, I'll ask them to spread the word
Okay.
about Kaa'Riin's business.
What's the name of those people that are standing outside stores and doing the like verbal advertising?
Spruikers.
We're just going to be spruikers as we go through the
Okay.
streets.
Spruikers.
So you walk through the streets, spruiking away, ignoring the other people who are still singing. There's another person nearby as you come back out.
Know what they're all singing about. I'm just keeping things clean and not looking down. We're so high.
What just happened?
That sounded like that was coming outside of the headphones. It was. Did you get that as well? Like it just felt like it was actually over here.
It's like I was there.
It's like she was here.
It sounds just there.
I know
It's
it's,
a very
really
crisp
freaky.
audio.
It's
There's
right
there's
here.
nothing in the background.
And yet, here they are just singing it to you. They're just someone else at the front of their business sweeping the ground as you pass on by.
Not looking down.
They're sweeping. But
She
they're singing about it.
specifically says.
Right, but you don't sing a song and go, I have to do what the lyrics say.
Okay. She said, I don't know what they're singing about. I'm just sweeping or cleaning up and not looking down.
Yeah, because don't look down into the pit, the dirty pit.
Yes, the evil pit.
Yeah.
Okay, the pit of joy and happiness is nearby, where nothing goes wrong and everything is fine.
Yeah.
Lies.
Nothing good is in a pit.
Very negative
No,
word.
very few. A peach pit.
That's the rubbish of the peach.
It's a little bit of throwback to people who watched. Was it Beverly Hills 90210 that had the Peach Pit?
No.
What's the Peach Pit?
I think that was the name of like the Cafe Perk from Friends, like whatever the place where they all went to each time. I may be horribly wrong because I didn't really pay a lot of attention
My
to that.
mum's going to be ashamed if I don't remember that.
That's a throwback. You find Grussel's exactly as described to you. It's just up on the left. Yep, it wasn't hard to find because there is a dwarven guy standing out the front, spruiking away.
Hi, I'm Jeff, and I play Grussel Ironworker, the owner of Ironworkers Armory of the Outlandish. Good tidings, shoppers! Today is your lucky day for I, Grussel Ironworker, adventurer, philosopher, and most importantly, blacksmith to the rich and infamous, am announcing our annual closing down sale.
Our annual
50% off everything as far as the eye can see. We've got golden gauntlets, silver shields, and copper cod pieces. Protect your danger zones in the shiniest way possible. Need a gift for a friend? What about our famous titanium toe tappers, which some people just call boots, or our bold brass breastplates, the ultimate in breast care and conservation. Or maybe you just need something fun for the prairies, your very own pair of leather chaps. That's right, I said chaps, because that's how you say it, you desert wanderers. Anyway, get in now. Everything must go so that I can reopen tomorrow.
Is that our guy?
That's our guy.
I love that you built that in.
Yes, indeed. That's Jeff who told us how to say chaps properly.
On the topic of annual closing down sales, there is that kitchen store.
Oh, God, that's always closing down.
Always. Like, the signs are everywhere outside, the yellow signs.
It's been closing
and
down
they're, like,
for
running,
years.
They're running low on stock, and suddenly, like, there'll be, like, minimal stock, and then you'll come back the next week, and it's, like, fully stocked, and they're open again, no signs.
Yeah.
I've never seen them not on sale.
Now, Grussel is a rather awkward-looking dwarf with a weathered face adorned with a thick, well-groomed and fiery black beard that cascades down his chest. Grussel stands at the height of typical dwarves, but his build seems a little less stocky than is typical, yet he seems also rather puffy in places as well. Give me a quick perception check.
Perception.
15.
14.
16 plus 2.
Only Freya notices that this appears to be padding beneath his clothes, trying to make himself look a bit bulkier like a proper dwarf. And even the beard is fake.
He's not a dwarf at all.
Despite his gruff exterior, Grussel is very passionate about his craft, taking pride in the outlandish. You can see because he's pointing at things. He sees you and he's just like, he doesn't even start talking to you. He just looks at you and points at things as if, you, look at that. Quiet. Instantly, it's that good. How can you not see how amazing that is?
You want that, you'll want this, you want that.
He's directing you at things around the room, and he's just like, his head's on a swivel looking for new sales. It's all about the sale. And the shop itself is completely overloaded with curiosities. There's all sorts of things, armor, shelves of peculiar looking weapons, and there's the constant clanging of hammers in the background and sparks as things get resized to fit everybody. Because I've always wondered about that when they sell things about, when you go and buy clothes, they've got all the different sizes. But when you go and buy armor, you can't just walk in and go, they've only got mediums. Which is my
Actually, they're all
nightmare.
custom made, I guess.
Right. So, but he's got to offer something so you can see it first. So he's got a range of different things in there. As per a sign in the shop, it says each piece in the shop is handcrafted by Grussel himself, even though you can clearly see other people working in the background making things. And they're also all, Freya notices this the most. Everyone else is a little bit uncertain. They're also wearing fake beards, all of them.
Okay.
But only Freya notices that.
Weird. Why does he have
I know.
fake beards? So that little guy that runs the town.
The mole man, yes.
Yes. What species is he?
A mole man.
What's a mole man?
Just a type of creature that I invented for our
Have
world.
you seen The Incredibles?
Yes.
At the end of the movie, the guy comes up
Well, not quite exactly as horrifying as the one from The Incredibles. A little bit of a humanoid, about halfling size sort of thing, but and looks very similar to everybody else, but very strong-looking fingers and nails, and same with the toes if you could see them, but they often wear boots.
Right. But Molly.
But he's very well dressed.
Right.
Yeah. But this isn't him. This is Grossel.
I'm just thinking maybe Grussel's trying to fit in with the how they need to, or who he needs to be.
Try again. Wait, what just happened?
She just had some alcohol, apparently.
Grussel's trying to fit in with the expectations of the mole man.
Maybe. He's trying to look a lot like a dwarf. And to you don't seem to think that's accurate.
Meanwhile,
should we just call him out?
Morrigan and Kaa'Riin, however, think he looks legit. It's a pretty good disguise, but you don't see it.
And I've been tricked by fake beards before.
Yes.
As a history. Hey, Grussel, we heard that you are the guy to talk to. Heather from the bookstore said you're a good local, and that you would be pretty knowledgeable about if we had weapon questions. Could we borrow a minute of your time, mate?
Oh, yes. I can do that,
Oh, wow. He doesn't even have the accent down.
I fucking do.
And telepathically to Kaa'Riin, I'm like, girl, remember we can't insult their accent.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Fanati got like super butthurt about that, remember?
I know, but this was particularly bad.
What would you like to know?
It's your axe.
I know, I'm just really put off. Hi.
Aye.
Hi.
Rhymes with I. Huh? And he winks at you like he's got it covered.
Hey. I have this double-sided golden axe.
Right.
Which is so special. So I hear. Do you want to have a look at it and tell me some things about it?
He looks at the axe and, I know exactly what this needs.
Needs?
Needs.
What? No, it doesn't need anything.
It needs things.
Attachments.
What does it need?
You don't know about this? Oh, these things are fantastic. You can add all sorts of things to them and they do
sorry, I
different
got
things.
distracted because you said kinky before and then I laughed.
Yeah, sorry, that was my bad.
Okay, sorry. The attachments. Yes, the attachments. The attachments.
Yes.
What do you think it needs?
He looks at you now like you're asking about different attachments.
No.
No.
Yes. No. Yes. What?
Nay.
Nay.
Nay,
No.
he says, and he looks nervously around. Nay. Back to it, yes. Okay, good. Excellent. Whew, that was close. And he leads you over to an item that is clearly held behind a glass panel, and it's called the axe hole. And the axe hole is...
Battle talk.
Cory. He's going south real quick.
The axe hole, maybe. The axe hole is an item that is like a long cylinder that attaches to the top of the axe. And what it would allow you to do is to store a spell inside it, and you could fire a ranged spell at somebody instead of just, if you're too far away, you can shoot a spell.
And just to be clear,
Yes.
you couldn't think of a better name than axe hole.
Well, it goes on the axe.
Axe hat.
And it's a hole. Okay, fine. It's the axe tube.
Ooh.
It's not getting better.
Not better.
It's not getting better.
Boys, we need something else. It's not selling. So
Okay, that sounds cool.
The Axinator. There you go.
Okay, all right.
Got it with that one.
Okay.
Looks
I
back
can
in the
work
shop,
with that.
and all the other people in the background just ignore him entirely as he tries to get some.
I was expecting a team of people like at JB Hi-Fi where they've got the signs and they're like scrapping them and writing new signs with Axinator on them.
Yes.
So no, it's no longer called the Axe Hole because it didn't sell. So now it's the Axinator 3000. Yes, much better.
Put a plus on the end of it.
3,000 is how much it costs.
Pro.
It's very expensive because it's unique to these types of axes, of which there are only one.
Do you have anything else that could attach to the axe?
No.
Oh.
Just Axinators. Just Axinators. 3,000.
Yeah. Just. Okay.
Yes.
It's just very expensive, so.
Well, it's unique.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
It's,
as unique as it wants.
Do you cast spells yourself, young lady?
Yep.
I'd like to roll insight to see if old mate's swindling us.
Go for it.
I'd like Kaa'Riin to roll inside.
What did you get?
I want to roll inside too.
9 plus 3.
You believe him in the same way that you believe someone when you're trying to buy a phone from them. They go, you get 5 gig of data, and you go, really? Is that good? Yep.
Hey, look.
It's good.
No.
It's 5 gig of data.
So I don't trust
terrible.
anyone who names something an axe hole, so I'm also rolling insight. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
It's a 1 plus 5, 6. Got nothing.
You do not trust him at all.
What? Why? What'd you get?
Everything you read
9.
about him,
But I only got a 6, so why would...
I know, but everything you read about him, he is to you trying to. You don't believe this is a legitimate axe hole-inator 3000. You're like, this doesn't seem right, even though you've got a picture of it in your book. And if you look it up, it looks exactly the same. But he doesn't. Something about him is wrong.
Yeah.
There are secrets upon secrets here.
Yeah. I don't just go putting any old axinator on my axe. I need it to be legit, and I prefer like an ethical boutique store, and this does not feel ethical to me. And there are a lot of markets here, I've got to say, that aren't really giving me an ethical, considered vibe.
And he looks at you and he just thinks, oh, well, that's a shame. It's a shame.
Is this made locally?
Yep. I don't even know where it's made. This is unique to the...
Oh, really? Because I thought everything that was made by you.
It's got my signature on it, thank you. And he turns his attention to Morrigan and says, you, come here, look at this. And he shows you off to the titanium toe tappers, which just they're boots.
That are made for walking.
They are. Well, no, not at all. For jumping. And other things. They're very good for your feet. They help you move. And behind that, you see that he also has, as he said before, the always arseless shaps. He does have shaps in here. They're always arseless.
Our friend here loves a good pair of shaps.
He changes his attention again and leaves you standing next to the titanium toe tappers. Hi, you look like somebody who likes to wear things that are arseless.
I do. It's my favourite hobby. And I'm going to also roll investigation.
Oh, you can what are you investigating for?
Do you mean
to see if he's real or not.
Freya reaches out and pulls on his beard. Yeah. What did you get?
16.
16. You are pretty convinced when you're up close to him that this is not a dwarf.
So why are you pretending to be a divorced
dwarf?
Why are you divorced and pretending?
We don't talk about the ex.
A dwarf, I'm sorry.
Shush. Oh, hey, what are you doing? Get down here. And he leans down lower. He's already quite short. What are you talking about? We don't tell people about that. Okay? People like to buy these things from dwarves.
Why?
Because they trust dwarves.
Are you a mole man?
No, I'm not. No, I'm a dwarf. I don't know what you're talking about. This is the full beard, and you should look at this. And he points back to the shaps. And
I'll buy some shaps if you tell me the truth.
Well, that's going to be tough for him to ignore. He does love a sale more than anything else. Okay. You've got some money. The shaps are very affordable. 2 for 1.
How much is 2 for 1?
You can buy the empty bits as well if you want.
Make a top out of them.
So you're a mole man.
Shh, what are you doing this for? Just buy the fucking shops.
Is he the mole man?
Oh, I know what you mean. No, the well-dressed man.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I know him, of course. Everybody knows him.
well-dressed.
I just have to make enough rent for the month, which isn't too hard. He's quite nice about it.
Why is he so nice about it?
Gressops has been around for generations, and so it's had to survive for generations. It does so by being a good workplace. Rent is fair. So are these shops. Would you like to buy these shops?
I got no money.
He ignores you now straight away and goes all the way back to Kaa'Riin. So if you had time to think about the Axinator 3000, I'll give it to you for 3,000.
1,000.
3,000.
I'll give you 1,000.
Oh, yes, I will give you 3,000.
500.
No, he's giving us money. He said he will give us 3,000.
And you can have it for 3,000. I don't think you understand how negotiating works, young lady. And if you just walk back over, and he leans you back over towards the titanium toe tappers, and then he has a look at you and says, maybe you need some more armor. and he points you towards these huge breastplates, busty, bold brass breastplates. I had to put that many B's in it, and you can see these breastplates on the wall. Don't worry, they fit everybody. Don't worry. And he goes back to Kaa'Riin. 3,000 for the Axinator. 3,500. You don't need to bid up. That's crazy.
200.
3,500 and
No,
200.
just 200.
Don't think you know how this works.
I don't think you know how this works.
You can roll persuasion at disadvantage.
In the meantime,
Freya, what are you doing in the meantime? Because in the meantime to you always means sticky fingers.
Damn straight it does.
oh yeah.
What do you think you're stealing this time?
The arseless chaps.
Why?
Of all the things in the shop.
You can be wearing any clothes you want at any time.
Yeah, you don't need to steal the clothes.
Oh, it's the point though.
It's the principle of the thing.
Can you get the Axinator 3,000 at the very least?
No, I need these arseless
I
shops.
need the chaps.
What was I rolling? Persuasion?
Yes, how did you go at that at disadvantage?
18 and 11, but I got a -1 for my persuasion. So 10.
His attention is already drawn away yet again. This time he's heading back to Freya, whose fingers are leading towards one of the shaps, and he goes, they're all in your size, as you can see. One size fits all. Well, really, one size doesn't fit all because they're arseless. Your ass comes out, so anything will fit those. And then he goes back over to Morrigan again. How'd you go with that breastplate? Scottish.
I hate
He just randomly says, Glasgow, Edinburgh.
I hate to tell you, my dwarfly friends. You know, these kinds of breastplates cause more injury than they save, right?
No, these are fantastic. Look, what they really do, these overprotect the area. I'm sure you're used to most armors for women being
Having
underprotected.
the window?
Right. No, these ones give too much protection, if anything. Can you have too much protection? I think not. It does have, this is my own stupid joke, the breastplate has nipples.
Okay.
And that's a throwback to the dumbest Batman outfit I've ever seen. Why would one of Batman's outfits had the nipples in it?
No.
I think I remember that.
I'm going to Google that.
Someone in a meeting had a conversation about whether or not it should have nipples or not.
It
They went, yeah, put them on.
does.
Put them on.
Did you Google Batman nipples?
Absolutely not.
With nippers.
That is terrible.
What did you call them? Nippers.
Nippers.
You have some,
Something's going on.
you have some
I haven't
excellent
spoken
nippers.
to anyone in 10 days. That's why.
I've been out on safari.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's trying to convince you that this breastplate is the go. Not too expensive, this one. It doesn't give you a price.
Yeah, I was waiting for
If you have to ask, you can't afford it. So let's just assume you can.
If you have to ask, you can't. So let's assume you can.
Yes. What have you got? I'll take it.
We have no money, do we?
Freya, how are you going? Do you want to make a roll for the 5-finger discount you're trying to do?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Axinator 3,000.
Oh, you're going for the big dog.
That's my girl.
Under the glass.
Yeah.
All right. Last time you tried to get something out from glass, it was a sort of deception and you smashed the glass.
It's a 25 though.
Did you say 25? Ugh. Fuck off.
Yes, it is. That's how my girl does it.
Somehow, I don't know how the guy's going to turn around in a second and not see that it's missing, but
I don't care.
It is.
And then I'm going to telepathically
You know what?
say, girls, we got to
Run.
get the fuck out of here.
Love it. Love it. Yes, love
You
it.
throw a smoke bomb and disappear into the wind.
And two, if Freya steals it and then just turns into someone else, it's better than her running away.
Yes.
she can do that.
And I'm going to turn into a pregnant lady.
And yes, unassuming.
Yeah.
And we'll keep his attention so that when he notices it couldn't possibly be us. In fact,
Exactly.
I'm going to lean into it by going, all right, give us another look at this Axinator.
Okay. He turns around to go, oh, well, I thought you'd come around, young lassie. And he gives you a wink, huh? Lassie. Pretty good, that one, wasn't it? All right. And he points towards it and looks over and goes, it's gone.
Be outraged.
It's gone.
Like he's
Are you
swindling
kidding me? What was that thing made of? Would it just dissolve? What is this? What kind of business are you running?
First of all, I don't know how you can make it his fault, but roll some deception. You're full Kaa'Riin mode there, aren't you? I want to see the manager. After all this time, I am the manager.
What am I rolling?
Deception.
I'm really bad at deception.
Well, you shouldn't have started this lie then. How'd you
Sorry.
go?
Oh, no.
We off? 30 seconds of carefree bliss. Oof, like wind in your hair carefree. Oh, like using Clorox disinfecting all-purpose cleaner in the home carefree. Yes! Like dog slobbing on the coffee table and cleaning it with Clorox carefree. He's on a roll now. Spit toothpaste on the faucet. You got it. You got it. Peanut butter on the light switch. Oh, spritz, spritz. Spritz, spritz. Clorox, man. Clean feels good.
Okay, we're back. Use as directed.
Choice Hotels get you more for your money so you can maximize any road trip. Let's get real close to hear the maximum sizzle of Comfort Inn's free hot breakfast. Maximized. Check into more. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Your burger is served. And this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Is that a glorious one?
It's an 18.
Oh, I hate you from here.
Yes.
You have my hatred from across the table. He looks at you and instantly believes you have had nothing to do with it, unfortunately, because I would love for him to have found you out on that one. Guards! Gardenias! Get these there's got to be somebody! Decide what? And the Gardenias are much faster now that they've got wheels, so they do arrive on the scene. Picturing them with little sirens or something, with their little toy guns. And they just stop at the front of the shop. And he goes to them and explains what's missing, and they start passing the word around to everybody to keep an eye out for this item.
What's your escape plan here, girlie?
Where'd that other girl go, too? Seems a bit strange. There was a girl here a second ago, and now there's a pregnant woman. Pregnant woman. We've got the breastplate just for you. It will change with you as you grow.
Excuse me.
What's that?
Oh, you just assume that she's pregnant.
Yeah, I could just be not pregnant.
Oh, we don't. God.
That's gonna say you're not pregnant so we can leave in disgust.
I'm not pregnant.
You sure?
Oh
He
my.
doubles down. No one ever doubles down in that situation, do they? You sure? Because you look fucking huge.
I cannot believe that you would talk to a woman
You know
like
what?
that.
I'm not going to support a business that doesn't allow a woman to be a little tubby without being accused of being pregnant. Let's go,
I
girls.
only mentioned it because we have a half price for all pregnant women.
Huff and
price for all pregnant women.
Disgusting.
Well, you're pregnant. It's pretty bloody clear.
I'm going to start to walk away, but as I walk away, he's still talking to you guys, and then I'll hide the little thing.
Yes.
And then I'm going to turn back into Freya and then come back in and say, what is all the fuss about? I just saw this pregnant lady take off in tears.
Good. Well, I don't know why she's crying. Half price for pregnant women. I can't beat that deal.
She wasn't pregnant, Freya.
I agree.
I just saw this
Right.
lady take off in
No,
tears.
right. I saw what you saw.
Whatever, I'm sick of this place. You're a misogynistic prick. Let's go.
I disagree. I agree with the young lady here.
Nice to see you again, Gardenias.
They nod at you as you walk out, but
Gardenias. You comfy? You safe?
we've got these wheels now. They're fantastic. You can get everywhere quickly.
Good. We'll be back to check in on you later.
And I had hid the little thing in the gardenias.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
girl. Yes, yes,
So
yes.
as we go out, I'm just going to 5-finger it on the way up.
Yes.
Oh, right. At the base of the gardenias.
Yeah.
Give me another roll then for deception on this one.
25.
You got for deception.
Oh.
'Cause you're not
15.
stealing it from them.
Oh, 24, sorry.
24. That made a hell of a difference.
My bad.
So dodgy. So dodgy. Hey everyone, it's just Cory interrupting. Indy has just given me the secret signal to let me know that she has rolled a disadvantage. Having almost been caught by the girls earlier, she's resorted to her backup signal, which is that she sent me a text. In this situation, she's only rolled a 3. Now back to the story.
Oh, yes. Sorry to ask a favour. Just once again, this is not transactional. I'm just wondering that when you're talking to your plant friends or anyone else, if you could just advertise our friend's business. She lost everything and she's new here. And she is a singing psychic. Very good.
Oh, they're everywhere. They're everywhere around here. We all go to the singing psychics. They're fantastic.
Oh, well,
Katie is the best, though.
Katie is the best.
Katie, does she do a discount for plants?
Oh, obviously. Especially for friends.
Pregnant ones?
Pregnant plants? Oh my God, are you expecting?
Well,
Congratulations. Congratulations.
We've been trying.
How dare you? How dare you? Yes. Yes, I am, and it's very kind of you to notice. As you're leaving the store, the gardenias, security gardenias, give you a quick tap on the back. Just a, yeah.
Last time, buddy.
Nice one. They know what happened. They know. They
Look at you making friends for us.
I know. So you just got to treat everyone with kindness.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, thanks.
And you see the gardenias chatting in the background. Can you believe she guessed?
Unbelievable.
What a world.
Look, a new leaf.
Okay, on to our next quest.
Oh, okay. We have achieved that quest.
Tick.
You left behind so much stuff.
We didn't need more chaps.
And we didn't have any money.
I know, but you steal very well.
Well, Freya steals very well.
You did leave behind.
Are you going to rip something up?
No, I didn't make these yet because I don't trust you to actually take
Super
anything.
jumpy things.
Titanium toe tappers make you move twice as fast, give you dexterity advantage on dexterity checks, double your jumping height.
Fuck.
However, their downside is they create an audible tapping sound when you use them.
So I'm here.
The always arseless chaps. These tight-fitting pants are designed to accentuate the wearer's figure while playfully making the buttocks disappear entirely.
Literally arseless.
When more than the bottom half of the person becomes invisible. So you do have the bottom half invisible. So if you can find something to make the top half invisible, you'd be invisible. And the 300%.
Or you could just like run around like waving your arms in a panic, acting like you've been severed in half, and like panicking like people.
It's pretty commonly used for magicians around town when they do that bit where they saw you in half.
Yes.
And the 300 leather belt of bad behavior. This would have been pretty cool. It's a leather belt that looks like a championship wrestling trophy. When you're in combat with somebody, you can activate the belt's enchantment. It's a button on it, and you will then ignore the damage for the next melee attack and instead redirect half of the damage back to the attacker. You know when wrestlers get punched and pretend they didn't get punched?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That would have been cool. You'd missed out on all those things, but you are now back in the street.
But we got the axe attachment.
You do have the axe attachment, which is what it's really called because everything else that's been called is bad.
What, the Axinator 3000 is very good.
Oh, you know what? It should have been the axe cannon because it fires spells out of an axe. Axe cannon.
And in the background you go,
I love that you whisper.
Grussell's in the background going, oh, we need another one of those axe cannons. You're back in the streets and...
we're looking for a well-dressed mole man.
Raining a little bit. There's less people in the streets now. You don't hear anybody singing. The rain is getting a little bit heavier. It's darker overhead. And the sun is beginning to set. Probably got about an hour and a half of sunlight left.
All right, we're looking for a well-dressed mole man, or we're going to go bed down with Kaa'Riin.
Well, apparently he would be near the pit.
Do we want to go near the pit at night, or do we want to bed down with
No,
Kaa'Riin?
you've got an hour and a half.
Yeah, let's go to the pit.
To the pit!
We've just checked off 2 things, by the way.
3.
Because, yeah, we've spread the word.
Oh! We're up to 4 things in total. Oh, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
For everybody who complains about this show by saying that they don't complete enough of their quests. Huh? How about that average? Just gone right back up.
Spruker?
Spruker?
Okay, we spruiked.
We spruiked.
Damn.
We did a
Straight.
spruik.
All right.
Well, admittedly, the well-dressed mole man is not particularly difficult to find when you get to the pit, but the pit itself is quite unusual. It's just on the floor, like it's ground, and the grate that goes over it would be 20 meters, around 20 meters.
So the perimeter, radius.
The circumference. Oh, fuck, now I've got to remember which one it is. Thank you for that.
Is it a square?
It's not a square. It's still a circle. You can't change the shape of it. And its diameter, 20 meters across.
Okay.
All the way.
Oh, so it's not that big.
20 meters is not massive. No.
Can you jump 20 meters?
I could try.
You could. You have jump.
I do.
Excellent acrobatic.
You can walk over it at the moment. And
how do you get in there? You lift the grate?
You notice that the pieces of the metal pieces are very close together. As I said, it's a grate, so you can't really go between the holes in the grate. You can see around the side there are 4 ogres on the outside, and you can see 2 large hinges on the grate attached across some of the buildings. 2 winches where the ropes go across the other side. And there are 2 ogres there, and so it looks like they would be the ones who open up the pit.
Is it a single circular top? Or is it like split and you can open like a
That's a good
cupboard?
question.
No, it's a single circular top. Anyway, that was not the entire reason you came here. It was the mole man, and he is here. The well-dressed mole man is just to the side of the pit. He's having some afternoon tea.
Cute.
There are people walking past. He's waving at them.
What's he had?
Everyone seems happy. Little bit of lapsang Sushang.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
One of us is more cultured than the other.
I was just saying, okay.
One of us knows one type of tea. He's having some twinings.
Bushels, I think you'll find.
I think he's having some Earl Grey.
Blue label bushels.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just drinking some tea, which now has 4 different types of tea in it. And he's awkwardly going, why would somebody just mix all the teas together?
I had chai tea the other day. That was really nice.
I've never had one.
You can just buy it.
Oh, really?
It's available.
I was just like, you could buy this the whole time.
Did you think it was just like in a coffee store situation or like a black market deal?
What is it? I don't know. It's delicious and calming. And after I just slept like a little bear.
A weird bear.
Anyway, that was my fucking amazing story.
No, that is. I'd never heard of someone buying chai tea.
Yeah, who owns that? It's
Hang on.
black tea
What
bushels.
is chai tea?
It is, I don't know. It's just delicious.
Fun fact, chai literally translates to tea in Hindi.
But what the fuck? So it's tea.
Tea.
Shut up.
Again, the sounds of the markets take over and there are smells wafting through the air, fighting for your attention. Everyone give me 2 rolls, and the first one is going to be for perception.
A sniff test.
Pretty much.
Okay.
No, well, the first one is perception to see what you see. The second one is indeed fairly close to that, but it's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
So first give me your perception and tell me and let's find out what's going on there.
Does it smell like shit or something?
I guess that depends on what you roll.
2.
Smells like shit.
Thought so. 13.
Okay, this one's getting rolled because it's the only one I can find.
How'd you go with that one?
Great. It is like golf rules, right? Lowest number wins.
Ew.
It's 3.
Okay, nicely under par. That would mean that you don't all get this information, so I'll read a little bit out, and then, of course, there's a little bit extra that only Freya will understand. The sweet aroma of fresh tea beckons you towards a side street, where every stall on one side of the street sells tea, and all the stalls on the other side run carnival games. So you can imagine that on the weekend, the families come down here and the kids go to one side of the road and the family stays on the other side and drinks their tea, and everyone thinks they're being good parents. One of their tea stores in particular draws your attention. You can almost see the tendrils of fresh tea leaf bouquet wrapping out and around you. And that place is called Tealicious.
Yum.
Eh? How about that for a good name for a tea
I mean,
shop?
I don't drink tea, but you make it sound good.
It does. The tea shop itself opens straight out onto the street with stools for customers perched alongside a long bar of natural wood bench. You know, those natural wood looks. No? Nobody knows what I'm talking about?
Oh, sorry, I'm adding a comfy chair, maybe a massage chair, I think.
You're not getting these things.
But
I can't believe you didn't ask for just a masseuse. You know, one
That
of those
was my
long
request.
benches where you could stick your head in the hole.
That would be nice.
And a little bit extra so the microphone can go in there as well. And I can just be massaged for the entire play. You know how bad your gameplay would be if you were being massaged? It would be you snoring and yawning for the entire time.
Someone can see the
Lower,
other day.
lower. Not that low. Sorry. Higher.
Yes, because you only get funny through pain. So the other day was like, so, no, that's true. So I was like, Stacey, you're so funny and witty. I'm like, thank you. It's the trauma.
It's the trauma.
So you're saying to your masseuse, heart push down, hurt me.
Gotta make this joke stick.
Zach and I have actually bought a massage table with the hole for the face. Like
Really?
we own one of those.
Why do you think you have to clarify for the face there?
Because you described it. Anything else is in it. You're the wrong way.
Don't stick anything else through.
Because you described it.
Yeah, I know. But it's
For the face, it's for the face.
got holes for the face
I
and a bit
didn't
for
know
some
if
arms.
I was unclear with table. I don't know.
I have a notoriously bad run with masseuses. Not that I go to many of them too many times, but Sam had never had one. My wife Sam had never had a massage, and we went to a place in one of those street ones in Cairns, and it was just one of those ones where they do your feet. So you sit there, and there was a row of older women sitting along the side with their feet in water, and they were doing like some sort of water massage thing. And when we got lined up, my wife is younger than me and significantly more attractive. So when we went through, a lot of people look at us and
Yeah,
sort
it's
of go,
confusing to see you two together.
and it'll go somewhere because of that. But as we were going through, the first guy lines up, grabs Sam and thinks, lucky day, I get the hot chick. Sits her down in the seats and starts messing. The next person walks up and sees me, and you can almost see the body language of a sigh as he, I get that guy. And the seats are aimed at each other, so you can see each other. And I can see my guy is just ignoring me and just doing the massage. But I really didn't care about the massage. I was there because Sam had never had one. So I was like, she'll be like, oh, that's why people do that. The guy massaging her, of course, starts hitting on her almost straight away. And he's starting to tell us which movies he thinks she's been in. Like, it was really cheesy hitting.
You're
like,
a movie star, right, girl?
Yeah. So he was like, you look like that girl from The Mummy. And I'm like, going, no, she doesn't. She doesn't look like that one at all. Like, who he picked on as
like
the
Rachel
people.
Weisz.
Yeah. And I'm like, going,
no. Sorry.
No.
She's beautiful, but I mean, no.
Not that sort. Like,
Well, also wrong race.
yeah,
Let's be real about it.
different, which was important, I guess.
I feel like that is a bit of a detail.
But he's and he gets down to a part where he says, do you have a husband or a partner? And one of the elderly women goes, you can have both, like that. Like, all right,
Okay, she's
settle
a star
everybody,
of this
settle.
story, I have to say.
Yeah, she's great. And she says, yes, that's him right there, and points at me. And he looks back and turns back to her and goes, oh, is he a doctor? Clearly not attractive enough to be with you, so he must make a lot of money. That was his only... So I don't do... that's not even the only story I have about massages. I went to another one once where the person hurt me so much and I had my head through the head hole, as it is called, head through the head hole.
The head
and
hole.
I
The
thought it was
face hole,
just,
I think.
Yeah, I had a sore back and I wanted it fixed and I couldn't reach my phone, which was down on the ground, but I could see it. And all it was doing was coming up with messages from Sam saying, how's everything going? And all I wanted to do was press it and go, help. Please send help. It was so painful. Yeah, so not much luck with there. There are no massage-y people in this street. Or places to stick your head. Actually, no, that's not entirely true.
That was a great segue to trying to get us back into the game.
I wanted you to eventually play the game we come here
Yes.
for.
Yeah.
They do have those things. You know how they have the painted out things where you go and stick your head through and you can pretend to be somebody.
Oh, like the photo things.
Yeah, they've got all
Like
those.
a doctor.
One of them's a doctor. And next to that is a clearly much more attractive individual who's only there for his money. Yeah, you can be all sorts of different creatures. Like you can be a centaur, you can stick your head in there and have a horse's ass. You can stick your head in and suddenly you've got tentacles coming away from you like a Medusa sort of creature.
Dibs.
But unfortunately, you guys have no money, so you can't do that. But the tea shop had that wooden bench I was talking about. You can sit there. And I want you all to right now give me that wisdom saving throw. Let's see how you go. Freya, before you do that, you did notice something else girls didn't see.
I did.
There is nobody standing behind this bar serving people. There are just mage hands making the coffee, floating around.
Oh, cool.
I know, right?
That's really cool.
Now, how did you go with that wisdom save?
10.
10. Okay.
1.
I'm -1.
Another?
Yeah. Lana, can you put that in jail? It's really fucking... That's a second bad roll in a row and I don't do bad rolls.
And
We have a 2-strike policy
Keeper
here.
of jail.
Yeah, 2-strike and you go to prison for life, which is pretty
Let's
horrendous.
see a new
really.
D20.
My saving throws suck. -1 for strength, -1 for wisdom.
Let's be honest. You know, Freya's not the wisest of people. Morrigan, what did you roll?
I was just writing a note that I need money for the Medusa photo to remind myself for later.
Okay.
And can I just ask?
New quest.
Yes, my new quest to go to do list next to it. So wisdom saving throw. Does this count as is this a charming thing? Because I have advantage against that.
You do, yes.
So can I roll 2? Or is it not
You
that
can
kind
do.
of thing?
Yes, it is.
Ha ha! Suckers. I'm so glad I have that because I rolled a 4 and then an 18 and I have +0. So
Nice. Well, you don't have to do what the other girls have to do. The other two are so enamored by the smell of tea that they can think of nothing else right now but having some tea.
Tealicious.
Got to have some tea from Tealicious.
All right,
and
we're going
you
in.
will
But we
do
don't
what
have
it
money,
takes,
so...
but you have no money.
So they need to make money for their tea, and I just want money for my Medusa photo because I didn't know there were cameras in this world. It's great.
No, there's a guy there who sits there and draws the entire thing.
Oh, that's awesome! All right, do you guys want to go? Maybe we go back to the Gardenias and we can push them around for money because they're on wheels now, right?
And
Some
they
wheels?
have good pay now.
I'll give you a little bit of a tip, though. On the other side of the road were these carnival shows with things where you could win things.
Oh, I thought you were suggesting we'd be carnies, and I was so excited.
No, you don't just go across the road and go, can I have a job at your carnival?
But don't you have to pay to play the games?
Right, you might be able to, there is actually one of them that actually says first game free. And it's
Oh, it's like cocaine.
That's
It's a
exactly
little- you know
how they get
exactly.
hooked on drugs, yeah.
I'm sure you guys will win that first game.
But it doesn't matter for Freya and I because we already do drugs. So in the
Incidentally,
game.
yeah.
In the game.
There is a place where you can throw darts at the balloon. When you throw the
All
darts
right,
at the
let's go
balloon.
perception and game, and we want that free one.
What do you want to know perception-wise? What do you think you need
I know
to
which
figure out?
game's free.
No, the first one.
Is
It's
that what
just
you're
the
telling
first
me?
game free.
Okay, I'm sorry.
First game
I've
free.
got a
Gave us
copy
the
in my system.
perception free.
You won't quite win enough money to have your coffee from the first game. You
Okay.
will win enough to play a second game. I'm not saying that's how they get you in. That's how they get you in.
I'm not saying it's a pyramid scheme. I'm just saying.
Here is a triangle. The balloons are in the shape of a triangle. Let's play. Let's play.
Yeah.
All right. So this game is pretty simple. It's just a matter of rolling the dice. And for the first roll, you've only got to get above a 10 and you'll win.
Oh, I see. I see where this is going.
I don't know if you know it. I may have emphasized the first roll a bit too much. But
I see.
First game is free. So you can all play. Anybody who rolls against 10 will win.
Well, in the great words of Cory, are you ready to play, girls?
Before you do that, though, if you want to influence that in some way, that's up to you. If you want to use a skill in particular.
Oh, so like roll at
Thank you for
advantage.
dumbing that down.
If you want to use magic.
Ooh.
Or roll at advantage.
Magic.
No, I don't think you can just choose to roll at advantage.
I'm there like, why? Sitting there clocking through. I'm like, is that a choice?
It is a skill challenge.
choice.
It is a skill challenge. I just want to say those words out loud.
I don't have an iPad here.
So, what kind of skill do we need though?
That's up to you if you choose to use a skill.
Do we know what we're doing?
I don't think you do at the moment.
We're throwing
Based on all the
darts.
clues I've just given you.
We're throwing darts at balloons.
Yes, and the audience is screaming right now.
Wow.
No reason.
Oh, I don't like this. I got
This feels like
creeps.
a trap.
Yeah.
Are we murdering babies?
No, it's not. They're not baby balloons. They're full-size balloons.
Are there puppies in there?
There are no puppies inside the balloons. There's
Well,
nothing inside the balloons.
it's
You can
not
see
what
through the
you
balloons.
Okay.
Or insinuating.
That's not what they're thinking.
Can I use?
That's what they're thinking.
When you say skill, so I can't use like a sword burst to throw multiple projectiles at all these balloons. That would be cheating.
That would definitely be
Yeah.
obvious.
Okay, cool.
I think I'm not going to use a skill.
Okay.
I
Slightly
think I've just
disappointed.
thought about this.
So you're not playing?
Well, I can still roll, can't I?
Yeah, you can still roll. You just get no advantage
I just get
to doing that. Like, there's no bonus or anything else.
There's
like
no
that.
pluses.
no
Yeah.
rolling at advantage.
You're
Not
that
even a
confident
little
about
bit.
your rolls today.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Who is throwing a dart?
I'll throw a dart all day.
All right. Roll it.
Can I ask a potentially stupid question? When picking a skill,
You know how they say there are no stupid questions? I don't believe that shit for a second.
I'm announcing that it might be a stupid question.
Exactly.
So I assume I've got to pick a relevant skill, but what if I didn't? What if I didn't? What if I chose deception, which is a +7, and I deceive them into thinking I'm a good thrower?
You can try that, but it's still going to have to end with a balloon banging.
Yeah, but can I use the +7?
You figure out how you've deceived them.
Okay. Psst, this is telepathic. Freya.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got a plan. I'm gonna try and deceive the guy that's running it, and like basically I'm gonna go, "Oh, look over there," and get him to look another way. And you're gonna use your mage hand to take the dart that I've quote unquote thrown, and you're just gonna like lead it to the balloon, like just drive it into the balloon for me. And then the mage hand needs to disappear real quick.
And I'll add on my stuff.
What would you like to add on there?
Actually, no, I don't think I am. I think the mage hand can successfully do this without being too stealthy.
Well, you can describe it as
I don't know
being
how you do, but
invisible,
it's
can't you?
almost like she's not helping. Roll me some deception.
Okay, cool. And to be clear, it's, hey, look over there. I don't know why it was very Australian too. 7 + 7, which is a 14. Quick math.
All right. You say, hey, look over there. And he's never, ever heard that one before, strangely enough.
Yeah.
And he clearly looks in the direction you're looking at. Freya, your mage hand, takes over, grabs the dart, floats it through the air, bursts the balloon.
Nice.
And that's when you notice the other guy who's working there, who's been watching the entire time and is in no way deceived by your plan.
Should have done a perception check first.
I crack up laughing, like I put on a laugh, and I'm like, just kidding.
Yeah, and he does not give you a second free game. Let's put it that way. You have blown your first free game, and
shit.
Freya, you've blown your first free game.
What?
Only
It's
Kaa'Riin.
her idea.
He doesn't know it was her mage hand.
Yeah, it could have been one from the tea shop.
When you cast spells, people can tell whether you've cast spells. And I got to tell you right now, carnies know shit. Carnies in our world.
Well.
Kaylee carnies are the best type of carnies. None of you out there with your judgments. These guys know stuff. They're honest, good, hard-working people.
You know what? I just have two things to say to that. First of all, I'm sorry, Freya. I kind
That's
of
okay.
ruined your chance. And second of all, well, these are the consequences of my actions.
Again. Kaa'Riin.
Oh, looky. It's the consequences of my action.
Here they
Play
are
stupid
again.
games, win stupid prizes.
So It's all down to me, really, I guess.
Actually, that's their slogan here.
Well, if it's
Kaa'Riin?
all down just to me, I guess we should have a conversation.
For listeners at home who don't have access to the cameras in here, Stacey is tapping her
You're
demands
on.
list.
A demands list again.
But yeah, this is going to be a theme. Anyway, doesn't matter. But now, this isn't about me. I am going to use my athletics,
Okay.
but I don't know how to do it. I guess I'm just going to do some really intense stretching before I throw my dart.
So you've got to
Just some
explain
real-
how it connects to the Olympics.
That's true. This is all your athletics things now have to connect to the Olympic Games.
Did
You
that
made
happen?
that. You made that rule, not me.
Yeah, you did.
Did I actually?
Yeah,
Yep.
Dems to rules.
And now, from now on, I will
Okay.
justify anytime you justify an athletic maneuver by saying here's how it connects to the
Oh,
Olympics.
okay.
you're
It
in,
connects to the Olympics because archery is actually part of the Olympics.
which is not darts.
Hold on.
Okay.
But darts is just smaller archery.
No.
And I know for a fact that archers often train with darts for precision purposes.
Doesn't happen.
Yes, it does.
All those things are lies, and I am not letting you have that one yet.
Yes, you are.
On Google, it says that the Olympic Committee have said that it may be incorporated into the 2024 Olympic Games.
And therefore,
It's not in yet. You can't have breakdancing either, which is also coming up in one of the Olympics. I know.
but
Don't look at
as
me like
we
that. I
know,
agree.
Kaylee is set in the future.
that is a fact.
That is
Where it was already the
absolutely
Olympics.
not
set in the
true.
future.
No.
It is because my
No.
story starts in the past and this is the future.
There's so little logic in everything you're saying right now.
Well, either way, athletics, Olympians, they stretch. And I'm stretching and I'm training.
Stretching the truth.
All right,
And
describe to me. Describe to me your dart stretch.
And my dart, yeah, well, it's obviously a lot of elbow and wrist work. I don't like where this is going.
You'll be working back in that massage parlor pretty soon.
Yes, thank you. Like an archery stretch. But, sorry, going back to wrist work for a second. This is a fact.
Well,
That a colleague told me yesterday when I was like trying to have my coffee. And he comes up, he's like, I thought you might like this story. And I was like, sure. And he goes, this woman in the US is suing a company that she worked for because her job was to
relieve.
pigs.
Wow.
And she ended up getting repetitive, what's it called?
Stress injury.
Rheumatoid arthritis?
Carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel.
Wouldn't it be just called the X?
No, I think you're right.
Repetitive
stress injury?
Stress injury or RSI.
It's like
yeah,
this microphone's
RSI,
not even
something
on
like that.
sometimes. I
Anyway,
mean-
now she can't work anymore because her job was to
She wanked off too many pigs.
Is that not a machine that could do that?
Yeah.
That is what I said. I said, that is not a human job.
No.
And he said, well, apparently it is. And I was like, well,
I'm
AI
stunned.
is taking care of all the wrong things.
You're not wrong.
Yes.
Why are we relieving the pigs?
Apparently because they use it for like research and for breeding purposes, like, you know,
Artificial insemination and stuff.
yeah, like all that stuff.
Wow.
I'm stunned she just didn't switch hands. There's your answer right there.
Yeah, the pig's like, oh, something's different today.
You're switching it up, Kim. It's
Oh,
spicy.
yeah. That's a new grip. All right, let's get back to.
No, the point was, anyway,
Oh.
so wrist, that's what just triggered that story. Sorry, anyway, can someone describe what I'm doing, please? Because I don't know how to describe it.
She's doing warrior pose.
That's it. It's a yoga warrior pose that I'm going to go.
All right, give me a roll.
Warrior pose
Is
is a
that a
follow
yes to
through.
my athletic skill? Because I think
I'm
that's...
letting you use athletics for this skill.
Have you seen how they relieve stallions?
No. That is a whole different podcast. Could we not do that podcast?
We'll do that podcast.
Oh, wow.
Fake tune in our Patreon.
Girls who do.
Oh, where they crouch underneath it.
Yes.
I have seen that.
Girls. Oh.
I have the icks from you three today. What are you doing to me?
Oh my God, you're
You finally made me ick.
The icks.
Oh.
Don't worry, you gave us the ick.
Don't even start with me. Don't even start with me. This is a much more dangerous ick.
Been waiting so
Mr. Let's
long.
Rock.
Mr. Let's Rock and
This
roll.
is far worse.
Do we have that recording seriously? Because that needs to be my ringtone. But anyway, moving on.
Let's rock.
I got an 11
Let's
plus
rock.
7. 18.
I don't know what we're doing.
Dart.
What is happening?
I got above 10. I threw a dart.
You did throw a dart, and he hands over a bunch of copper coins for your congratulations, first round, and he says, double or nothing.
And I say,
Double or nothing for these copper coins.
how much is this worth?
Well, you got 5 copper coins.
How much is a tea?
It's at least it's at least 5 times that.
Hank's the family fixer, always with his tool belt. But living with prostate cancer, he needed help. He asked his doctor about Xtandi and enzalutamide. Xtandi 40 milligram tablets treats men with prostate cancer that has spread to other parts of the body and responds to a medical or surgical treatment to lower testosterone. Xtandi may cause serious side effects: seizure, a brain condition called PRESS, allergic reactions, heart disease that can lead to death, falls and bone fractures, swallowing problems, or choking that can lead to death. Stop Xtandi and get medical help at once if your face, tongue, lip, or throat start swelling. Tell your doctor at once if you faint, have a seizure, quickly worsening headache, decreased alertness, confusion, vision problems, chest pain or discomfort, or shortness of breath. Xtandi can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during and 3 months after Xtandi. Common side effects include muscle and joint pain, feeling unusually tired, hot flashes, constipation, less appetite, diarrhea, high blood pressure, bleeding, falls, fractures, and headache. Talk to your doctor and visit Xtandi.com.
This is not a game where you come over and instantly win a lot of money.
Expensive tea.
Okay.
It's decent price tea. It's good tea. But you are compelled
Double.
to get... Oh, you're going again.
We're doubling it.
You know at this place it's a... Well, give me...
Oh, you know what? Nothing. Let's go.
I was going to say, give me an insight check.
No, let's go. Let's go to a different game. Let's go get a different game that doesn't feel so sinister.
You confidently expected me to write a list of games, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. It's carnival.
You said a carnival.
There is another game. This one you win points. It's the clown heads. You're normally used to the clown heads where they turn slowly and you put the balls in their mouth.
I thought you were going to go with the shooting water one.
Look, if this is how
Cory,
you get RSI.
You're giving me the ick. Balls in mouth. Balls in mouth. That's where we're going.
That is also their slogan. Above the clown heads, it just has lights that slowly say balls in mouth. Balls in mouth. The clown heads are all turning, but they don't look like clown heads. They look like different creatures from your Kaylee world. Different monsters and creatures.
Like what?
There's a head of a huge head. There's one in the middle. It's an ogre. Oversized, big head, much bigger mouth. Use slightly bigger balls. There's smaller heads as well. This is not going anywhere near where I thought it would go.
We need to have a little disclaimer at the beginning of this episode.
It just needs to say we are sorry.
We're sorry about
Are there any G-rated carnival games?
At this place, I thought the first one, darts and balloons, were going to be fine. But, there's another head which is the shape of a werewolf head. There's a head
we had werewolves here. We got werewolves.
You can have a werewolf's head. There's a beautiful vampire.
Yeah.
Of course.
nice.
Yes.
It doesn't look like the vampire.
What about one of those big giant squid things that we always bite?
Well, there's a kraken with a big open beak in the middle. It looks disturbing.
Yeah, I love it.
What about the head of Ryan Gosling? I'd like to...
You'd like to put your balls in Ryan Gosling's mouth?
That'd be nice.
Is it called teabagging? She wants to tea Ryan Gosling.
You leave Ryan Gosling alone. He's a saint.
I don't... Why?
I don't know. It's just something's in the stars today.
Why do I come and do this show? All right. There are a lot. Look, there are other creatures there that you can play this game with. There you go. I found a way to say that which wasn't too disturbing. But it does cost a copper coin per go for each ping pong ball that you purchase. You buy that. But down the bottom, it's all about what numbers you get down the bottom. You know, when the ball comes out of the random thing.
Yes. God, I forgot about this game.
I know. So each time you roll, you score higher. And you can see a thing behind that says what you can win. You can win cash at these ones. But you can always you can win tokens which you can exchange for cash, or you win tokens which you can exchange for prizes.
Okay. I want to give a coin each to my girls.
Yep.
So we can all play.
Okay.
Because they didn't get caught cheating at this one.
No, that's true. At this stage, they haven't been caught. However, would you like to try and cheat this time? Just saying.
No.
It's up to you. You might get away with it.
We are
Cheats.
Clearly.
Okay. Well, each of you will be rolling a d20, and all we need is the number. There are different. It's about 10 rows down below, but varying numbers. 3 here, 7 there. There's a 20 in the middle. Which is the harder one to get, and on the edges are just 3s. Everybody, roll your ping pong ball.
13.
13.
14.
Yay. If you get a 15, that just sounds fun.
Will a 16 do?
No, that's one off.
It will though, because that was what you needed to. You needed to go above a certain number there, and you had to get above 40 between the 3 of you.
Oh,
yay!
To win some coins. So you have won 5 Carney coins.
How many did we
Wait, because
win
you had
last
copper
time?
coins before.
You had copper coins. You've just spent 3 of them. They will take copper coins, but carny coins, as far as they're concerned, are worth more.
Okay.
But you can only spend them at the carny.
So I've only got 2 copper coins left because I spent 3,
But
and
now
now
you
I've
have
got
5 carny coins.
carny coins.
Right.
I need a dollar value.
What's the exchange rate?
Yes.
Right. Well, a carny coin means you can play any game 3 times. So that just bought you 15 games. There are some other shows along this little strip. If you'd like to partake of some of those, you get a couple of different games if you want. You do not yet have enough money for your tea.
Jesus Christ. All right, I'm going to
It's
divvy
good
up some
tea.
coins again, though. I'm going to give my girls a coin each because that's going to give them 3 games each. So divide and conquer.
Okay. There are the other games.
Yeah.
There is a very loud and unnecessarily oversized wheel just behind the games a little bit. You can see it in the distance. And that is, I would say, a reasonably poorly put together motorcycle.
Yes, yes.
It's wheels. It's very steampunk. It is a steam-powered motorcycle.
Yes.
And the guy at the front is offering people a chance. You get a run-up. It's not the one where you just go round and round. It's not like the cycle of death or whatever it's called. This one, you get a run-up, and if you can do the loop, you win. If you can't do the loop, you lose your cash and obviously come away
Okay,
with an
I want to
injury.
do it. Does anyone else want to do it? I've got good athletics. That's surely Olympics related.
How are you going to find a motorcycle, a
It
steam-powered
could be
motorcycle
theirs.
at the Olympics?
No, but you see a cycle. It's got 2 wheels.
So you're just saying it's a cycling. It's the same as cycling.
Is it
Yeah,
not?
it is.
Yeah, no, you get it on the palindrome.
Yep.
That's the same thing, except it has a motor.
Except it's not except it doesn't loop. Which
Yeah,
would
but
make
the palindrome is like on you.
that would make that much more exciting though. If in the middle of every single lap you also had a loop.
That would be exciting.
I would watch it, especially you know how they did the thing where they're all really close together,
Yeah.
so they can stream.
Imagine if they woo,
straight through that loop. Everybody at home
That'd
saw
be
that,
cool.
right? Everyone
Yeah.
listening right now saw and saw 4 cyclists going through a loop.
Yes.
All right. Yes, you can. I already regret giving you the power to do this, but you can use your athletics to see if you survive the loop. I'm going to tell you up front what the DC for this one is.
Okay.
Okay? It's hard. All right? You will need to beat a 20. Your DC 20 on athletics.
Okay, but I've got a +7, so that's just anything 14 and above.
That was quick math.
That was
I'm surprised by that.
So
yeah.
am I.
Quick and correct.
That's what we
Yeah,
aim
people
for.
forget that second half.
Technically matching the DC will be a success as well, so a 13 will get you there. And it is...
At 11.
You hear, girls, you hear this motorcycle charging in from quite a distance towards this, and you're getting all excited, and into the loop it hits.
Oh, no.
And you can tell as she hits the loop, you can see on her face she knows she doesn't have enough power. She's already looking at you for help. She's got a helmet on with the pink hair flowing out from underneath. And in a very cartoon-like manner, she gets almost to the top. And then comes crashing down. The crowd cheers. As everybody knows, this is one of those of things where almost everybody fails for some reason. And Kaa'Riin, that has cost you your coin. Kaa'Riin, you now have 2 more goes at this same ride if you want to try.
Yes, I do.
All right.
All right, because we
Any
learned
differences? Any differences?
So
Tom?
I've evaluated and I now know that when I get to loop, I have to accelerate harder. I've got to believe in myself.
Yeah.
I've got to have faith.
Confidence is key.
Confidence is everything.
You've
Because I
only
think
got
what
to believe
happened
in
is
yourself. If
I
you can come up with a good
hesitated.
enough reason for me to give you advantage, I will, but that is not enough. Roll away.
18, I don't need your fucking advantage.
With all your extra knowledge about failing the first time, you make it through the loop quite comfortably this time, and the crowd goes crazy.
I turn to the
very
crowd, I'm like,
impressed.
who wants to see it again?
And even though you do not need to do it again, your ego wins.
Will she win more?
No, she will not.
How much money she get?
I will tell you in a second after she goes again.
I'm just doing this for flair now.
A 3rd chance in the motorcycle ride for Kaa'Riin. This time she's doing it with her
At
hands.
15?
She's not even holding the handlebars. Look at me!
She's doing full Superman mode.
Yeah, I did again because I learned. I got it now. I've mastered
All
it.
right, she's working the crowd.
Yeah.
And because of that, they are now cheering, and some of them are throwing extra coins in your general
Yes.
direction. And Kaa'Riin definitely has enough for tea now,
How
if
much do I
she
have?
wishes.
Oh, yeah, I was going to write tea money.
for
You
everyone?
have tea money. No, she's enough for her tea.
So with that in mind, I give them the rest of the coins.
All right, so
So I
that's
got
2
2
coins each, right?
left.
How much is it for the Medusa photo?
Which you cannot win anything on, I mind you.
But it's paying.
But it will cost you a coin.
No,
Just
I'm
one Carney
asking
coin.
because they're trying to earn money for tea. I'm trying to earn money for Medusa photo.
Oh, that's true. Look, you could actually just exchange one straight away and go over and get that. That's just a photo. Well, not a photo. It's a drawing.
I've still got some copper coins. Will that get you a photo?
No, you need all those copper coins and your leftovers to go to exchange for your tea money. But 2 Carney coins would not have been.
tea?
Doesn't matter. You're compelled to drink it. The only person who's not compelled to drink it is Morrigan.
It's so expensive.
Good tea. You see, everybody there is loving
With
it.
the cost of living now, honest to God, who has tea money?
That's what people say around the town. They're like, if you want to buy a home, you've got to stop having tea at that delicious place. That's the only thing stopping you from owning a home.
Question.
Yes.
So my options are to help Freya.
Yeah.
To help Freya.
You can
get
just
money
drink the
for her
tea. I'm not saying you don't want tea. I'm just saying you're not as compelled.
I don't like leaf soup. I'm carrying that through to my character. So I can either help her earn money for her leaf soup, or I can take my and embarrass myself playing Carney games because I'm going to fail. Or I can take this coin that Kaa'Riin's given me and just go get my Medusa portrait done now.
Oh, yes, you can.
Wait, sorry, did you cover the option of just giving Freya the coin?
She put that out there, but...
So that she could get her tea? You did say that?
Yes.
Oh, good. I was looking...
But is probably going to pick the Medusa headshot, he
Yeah.
says.
All right, you can make us work for it. That's cute. Even though I didn't make you work for shit. Just gave you all that money that I won on my own after you
Kaa'Riin
got caught
turns
cheating,
around,
whatever.
as much as she's complaining about this, she turns around and Morrigan's head is already in the head hole, the Medusa one, and there's a little halfling starting to draw this Medusa picture. And
You
it's
got this,
really
Freya.
good. It's really good. He has exaggerated some features, as people do.
I want this illustrated.
Oh, you want us to actually go and get
I
someone
want
to do
this
this now?
illustrated. I want a big ass grin, like a smug ass grin on my face, because I'm just so stoked with getting this.
Kaa'Riin and Freya in the sideline, desperately trying to find their way to the tea shop with their arms folded. Freya, you notice a couple of other games that are there if you want. There's one where you can shoot ducks using some old muskets. And there's another one where you can offer to be the dunkee of the dunker game. So, you know, when you throw the thing and it hits, you can go into that if you want to earn some cash by being the one that everyone dunks.
I'm going to be the dunker.
What you do need is somebody who can come over and spend some coins on you being in. Oh, you want to be the dunker. You throw. You just want to throw the...
Are you athletic? I'll just go be the dunkee then, because then I can pay you back. I can earn some money and give you that money.
So I'm throwing.
Okay, so you wander up having got your Medusa image sorted.
I hand my Medusa image over to Kaa'Riin and I'm like, can you hold on to this? I'm just going to go.
Yep. Nope, I got you.
And yeah, they beckon you inside the donkey. When you're in the when you are the donkey, you earn half of the money that is spent to go on the ride. I guess it's not really a ride, on the event. So now you just need people who can actually come along and spend their money.
So we're trying to draw people in to want to dunk me.
Yes, so you probably need to say something, I guess.
I bet there's not a single person in this crummy tiny town that has the athletic prowess to dunk such a queen. You heard me, queen, like myself.
Oh, the mention of queen has made everybody in this area really identify with the fact that you do look very much like Queen Morrigan.
Has she wronged you? The famous Morrigan impersonator is here today. Get your vengeance out, people. And I stand. I'm assuming it's like a seat.
That was a good cover. That was a good cover because they do not like her here.
Assuming it's a seat that I normally sit on. I stand up on it and I shake my hair out and I'm like, you. Yeah, that's right, you. And I point at this this guy I can see over there who's kind of like looking over here. Like, I bet you don't have the balls.
He is standing over by the clown game and says, I absolutely have the balls. And he's busily playing that game, but he changes his mind. And yes, you have managed to convince a line of people. You might actually be here for a while. For a bunch of people, they come over and
I got you, girl.
A whole bunch of people are lining up.
We're cashed up.
Yeah, absolutely make enough money out of that to buy tea for all.
And some little extra?
Yes, you do have a little extra cash for a change. I'll
not
figure out
throwing this
exactly what it
away.
is. I'll figure out what that is in a minute because I was not expecting you to have that many people lined up. But yeah, you'd pissed off a lot of people, or the original Morrigan may have. They don't like the Justicars at all here, and not for any other reason than they're trying to impose their views upon them.
Yeah.
And also because they feel like this is a place where everyone's fine, no one hurts anybody, everyone's doing a great job. But they also have been ignored by the Justicars for quite some time. They haven't turned up and helped out at all, so why do we have to look after you?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, you would, if you feel like having some tea, well, you do. You're compelled to go and have some tea, unless you want to try and make another wisdom save at this stage.
Look, let's have it. Look, you made a whole pun around it and everything. Well, I'm going to go
Well,
have
I
the
didn't.
tea.
The people who own the tea shop did.
Okay,
They're real. All right? They're real.
Yeah, of course. I know. I know.
Look at me that way.
I believe you believe
Right?
they're real.
Immersion. Who would like to have
Theatre of the
a
mind.
cup of tea?
Yep.
Kaa'Riin.
Yep.
One of the mage hands. Now you can see them. There's a whole bunch of mage hands making tea in the background.
Oh, so cool.
It's a very cool little shop, and it's a little too cool. You're behind them in the background. You can see there is a magician, and he sits there, and he's got thin-rimmed glasses on, and he's reading a book by Nietzsche, and he's telling everybody how much they don't understand things that he found and discovered many years ago, and he found them first.
Yes, I love those assholes.
Yes, he's there, and he's what you don't know is anyway. You ignore him, and the tea comes out, and strangely, there is no tea in the mug.
What? We just did all this hard work.
But in the bottom of the mug are tea leaves.
Oh, do we read them?
This is a psychic town, isn't it?
And in this place, the tea leaves, of course, can
They tell a
speak.
story.
So the tea leaves form
What you
lips.
saying, leaves?
Little lips form out of the tea leaves, the actual shape of lips, and they start speaking to you.
How do you think of this shit? You don't even do any drugs at all. How do you think of this?
That is clearly from Harry Potter, where the envelope comes in and yells at Weasley.
It isn't. It isn't. I don't know.
What episode of Buffy is that from?
You got me now. I don't know where all the ideas come from, I must admit. Sometimes it's hard go. There must be an idea I've stolen from somewhere for this one. And it even might have been partially the idea of the individual who was kind enough to lend us their voice.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I play the talking tea leaves.
Interesting. Interesting. Let's see the tales unfold. I see. The weight of all your people. They want their lives back. They want shape and size and touch. Vague figures want solid form. Hands to hold, lips to kiss. Breeze across the skin. Firm footing beneath feet. Smells, tastes, pain. Joy. Something more. A desperate call. But they don't ask. They just wait. Why do you make them wait?
And it's probably at this stage you realise that the tea is rather judgmental.
Yeah. I mean, they've been waiting 400 years. What's the hurry?
It's a little bit more.
What's the fucking hurry?
How much more can you wait?
Oh, they want bodies to touch. Well, boo-hoo.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Thank you. Took the
Right.
words right out of my mouth. Who
I
doesn't
figured
want
that's where
to
you were
touch
going.
some bodies?
I bet it would be nice.
If I could touch your body, I bet not everybody has a body like
What's
you.
that?
So that's what Kaa'Riin does.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Liz
a
is-
different. You know what? That's a different podcast. Just
That's a
teaching
whole new thing.
iconic music to Indy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kaa'Riin hears this devastating news and all this stuff, and she starts stepping back, doing the song instead. I mean, it would be nice. She's like, "This is what it means to me."
So it was open to interpretation. There was nothing directive about that at all.
Would anybody else like to have some tea?
Yeah, I'll have some tea.
Okay, yep.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
That was soulful.
Every time you do something, you'd have to think about it from multiple perspectives. Don't
I
you?
know, it's really hard.
Oh. I see a choice. Just one choice. How strange, though, that it is not yours to make. There is a voice within, arguing. So certain it is, but so lost as well. Should you listen? Should you speak? Will it matter? Oh, I see. It matters. It matters indeed. Love and hate, or hate and love, hand in hand, and only a moment between them.
And ladies, you do hear each other's, because of the tattoos, for some reason, you're actually opened up to this, and you are hearing each other's cups of tea. You see Lute, who is with you. You always forget.
No one forgot Luke.
He walks over and looks up and puts his hand out as if to say, "Have you guys got any spare cash?"
Yeah, babe. Yep. Oh, no, I don't. I used it all.
No, I earned a lot.
Yes, Morrigan, go.
I don't know how much, but you said I earned
You
a
know,
lot.
Lute's old enough for tea. And you don't actually drink any tea in this one, obviously. You just get the tea leaves.
Is it Luke, like, actually quite old?
No, he's not. But he's a bit older than everyone seems to think. But mouselings just sound young. Morrigan, would you like to have a drink now that you know you don't have to have any tea?
Look, in real life, I don't believe in peer pressure, but Morrigan...
Morrigan's all over peer pressure.
Morrigan's a little like, oh, all my friends are doing it.
Well, you are
and
hearing
I don't have
them.
to
You are
actually
hearing
drink the
stuff.
tea.
Yeah, you are hearing these things too, so maybe it might be influential.
And I didn't get a song from Kaa'Riin before, so this is my chance.
That is true.
Yeah. So I give Lute some coin, and I'm like, you go get yourself a cup of tea, little fella. And I pull out a coin for myself, and I'm like, I'm gonna get me a little tea, little fella.
You see Lute to the side, looking at his tea. But here's the thing: you don't get to hear what happens to Lute.
He'll tell us.
The audience gets to hear.
Boo.
Interesting. Let's see what I think. I see. Stars. Nothing but stars. Oh my. They reach out forever. I cannot It's too much. The light. It's too much. There's too many. Did you run? Did it hide? Did you find it? Was it inside? One. All. I cannot. Child. They know what you have. But they are coming. For you.
We do get to hear yours, Morrigan, or tea leaves.
Fixed.
Interesting. Let's see what my leaves have to say. I see. A strong father, yet hidden in the shadows, behind the leaves. Oh, he doesn't know. But I do. I see an angry man. Younger. Such fury. Such pain. You knew him once, but he is not the same. He searches for something, and all will find death if he finds it first. I see wings and teeth of ice. I see falling, wind whistling by, but I cannot see why. Oh my.
Oh, you got the worst one.
It
was all doom and gloom.
That leaves you standing in the street, wondering what to do next.
Lay down and die.
Yeah, I give up.
Okay, sorry. Wings of ice.
And teeth, don't forget the teeth.
Wings.
Chompy chomps.
And teeth. I was writing as I went, so I've got a strong, and I was going to write father, but then they were like, in the shadows, and I was like, a strong shadowed father, and then they were like, who knows nothing, and I'm like, a strong shadowed clueless father.
Ladies, as you make your way from this little side strip towards, I assume you're heading back towards, well, where would you like to go?
All right, so we're going to get to Mole Man, poorly dressed Mole Man.
Well-dressed Mole Man. Well-dressed Mole Man.
Yeah, we'll go find him.
And yet another yawn. Which is weird, actually, because...
Not a sociopath, though.
Well, there you go.
What happened?
Sociopaths don't yawn?
No, they don't mimic a yawn.
Oh. The strange thing is, when you look around, you don't actually hear someone yawn because Freya is gone. Just gone.
What do you mean she's gone?
When you look around, she's normally, pretty boisterous, pretty noisy, if anything. Except when she's trying to be stealthy.
Her and her
What's
shit.
with this bitch ditching us? She did this in the library too.
She loves it.
Okay, I'm gonna pull my notebook out and start sharing some of the things with Kaa'Riin.
Oh yeah, remember we had our notebook we're writing?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've taken some notes recently, and I'm gonna share those with Kaa'Riin.
Yes. Share them.
Because while I have it in front of her, I'm adding bitch disappeared again. And I'm going to underline that. But I'm going to point to...
And bitch keeps rolling 2 dice. Write that down.
Yeah, she keeps rolling 2.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, but, you know. Sometimes she does something and it looks successful and then suddenly isn't.
Yeah.
What's that about?
She disappeared in the library right before old mate
out.
died. Her hair is still falling out, even though we got rid of Vinny.
Yeah.
And she said souls earlier. Things are feeling very suspicious with this bitch.
Oh, and...
And I agree with everything you just said.
Katie lost her shit.
She did.
When she was singing Psychicking her.
I think something is seriously wrong. And when we were in the library and the bookmarks were taking us to what we needed.
Yes.
Mine made a lot of sense. Yours made a lot of sense.
So much sense.
What was with Freya's book?
Yeah.
That was the one that was telling us about the death god. The lock, the creepy
that was
three-headed dude that told us to say that name.
Yes.
Why? Why was that something she needed to know?
Why was that something she needed to know?
I don't like them ganging up on me like
She's not even here. You're not here.
You hear voices.
Yeah, in my head.
Yep, something is sus. And sometimes she just walks ahead of us, like a lot further ahead of us, and then drops back in.
While they're chatting away in the background, Freya, I'm going to let you know where you are.
I'm in the pit.
No,
strangely enough, you actually are lying down now, looking up, and you can see this grate quite a fair distance above you, like 7 or 8, 9, floors away. If I'm going to describe it that way. You don't know that yet, but you are. It's funny because the ground is almost flexible, bouncy. It's like made of a curved grid of ropes and something flexible in between that, and you can see on top of that there are splatters of blood and bone. The walls around the edges are a clay sort of finish, and every now and then you can see the little lanterns, I guess you could say, that are sort of almost embedded in the wall with little flying animals inside that keep the light going. At the top of the pit, you see a man in a well-dressed suit, very, very well-dressed mole man. And he's calling out to people, "Hear ye, hear ye, we have another contestant for the first time in quite some time, but when will they learn you can't steal from Gressops?" And the crowd is excited and they're starting to fill the outside of this arena.
Can we hear this?
You do hear this in the distance, yes.
Okay. I put the notebook back in and look really wide-eyed at Kaa'Riin, and I think we both know.
I look wide-eyed back.
And we're like, for fuck's sake, she's gotten herself in trouble again. And we start...
Classic Freya.
It could be anyone in the city, but you're like, that's definitely her.
It's so her.
She just stole from Gressops. We've just heard over these speakers, no one steals from Gressops.
And now she's gone.
And so we start running towards the sound.
When you arrive, there are people gathering because this is not something that happens very often by the look of it. And again, the mole man does not look like he's particularly excited by this. This is what happens when you steal at Gressops.
Aye.
All right. And he's like, another person who will learn the lesson that others need to learn. You do not steal from Gressops. People are getting all excited, sitting in the side. There are people starting to put prices down, and you look down inside. There is Freya, standing in the middle of this pit on what looks to be like as I said, a floor, or like a white floor rather than a dirt floor. And there's nothing else in there with her at this stage. You can see the 2 ogres on the side. There are 2 ogres on the side, 4 actually, big ogres, and they're holding ropes that attach to winches that can pull up what seems to be a large grate that she's hidden beneath. You couldn't get through the grate just by jumping through it. The holes and gaps are too small. But it's got a hinge on one side, and if they want to, they can pull it up to allow people in. And as you notice that, you hear a noise, and the metal of that grate electrifies. You hear a buzz, and almost see the magical electricity go over the top of that.
I really thought
metal.
I was going to die first, but I think it's going to be Freya.
Can I take over the electricity with my storm?
No, it's not really a storm so much as a mechanical response or something. It's an energy being pushed through it.
What about heat metal? I don't know what to end.
I know it'll heat it.
To
yes.
what end, I don't know.
Suddenly it's warmer. Yeah. Freya, what would you like to do?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Chill. Who am I fighting?
Right, bring it. Bring it.
Oh, where's the rum?
You hear a roar throughout the chamber.
I can't take it back. I don't want to fight you. Please.
Freya starts crying. The mole man says, and this is what happens when people steal from my family. And next to the mole man.
Real elf.
So horrible at this sometimes, aren't you? It was a dwarf. Not a leprechaun. Why do you do this?
He's not even a real dwarf.
He's not a real leper. He's not a real leper.
He's not a real dwarf.
Russup's up there talking to the other guy and pretending that he's still a dwarf.
Pull his beard off.
And then he's just, no, nothing to see here. Haggis, and walks off again.
Kilts. Bagpipes.
Finally. And just walks away.
Oh no, I'm going to have to
His
fight.
roar echoes through the chamber.
I'm not even scared.
No, clearly.
Yeah. The well-dressed moleman calls out, and now, everybody, here it comes, the thing from below. And that's where we end this episode.
Oh, what's the thing?
Don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. It's just a sudden ending. It happens all the time. So maybe there's danger or just a clever line. But don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. Right?
Don't worry about them.
I think this time they need to be actually worried.
I know.
Be genuinely worried about them.
It's not ideal. Oh.